Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Curse the Mother Mystery. Tonight we're playing the module Curse the Strahd, but it's been changed, transformed, and we're playing in the system and the setting of Frostmark RPG, everything created by moi. There's a content warning for tonight of bad language, heavy topics, gothic horror, and perhaps some gore. We shall see. But I have a cast of wonderful players. I usually have with me Jules as Lady Lyria, our half-elven Magus, but sadly school has whisked her away to greener pastures than the cold valley of Barovia, so we shall wish her luck there. But then, Hamritia, our Chasing Warlock, played by Cookie. Hello.
Hello. I think right of killing the person is a better way to take over things rather than this democracy thing that we tried.
You're in the dark side. Next of the Vistani, our Tiefling Bard, played by Adriana. Hello, welcome.
Democracy is so overrated.
And certainly not least, our Surgeon Cost, our undead paladin, played by Weewoo. Hello, welcome.
I miss the knighthood. We just listened to what he said.
More authoritarianism, I see.
No, it's not.
No. Guys, gang, what happened last time?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what happened last time.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you right now what happened last. So this is what happened last time. I'm serious. I'm in serious mode.
Oh.
The debate.
Oh.
What happened?
Please restart, Cookie. I can't hear you. Your mic just died.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can
Yes.
hear you now.
Okay. The debate resumes. After Kali's dramatic entrance and angelic spin, Nyx has the momentum. Unfortunately, the vote can't be cast until Arigol had his chance to respond. He reaches for the earring, but is reminded that it has been stolen. Noise. He seems to panic, and then think heavily on something. Fleur gets back Fleur gets back control of the crowd eventually, and goads Arigol on to finish up tonight's proceedings. He stalls for time as he continues to think, but he is forced to make a decision in the end. Revealing the raven totem from a pocket of his, he declares that that is a covered artifact bought from the Swamp Witch with a dragon's head. Weird. Strahd was supposed to reveal it as a gift to the Vistani to make them choose Arigol, and it can make anyone who drinks water from its beak to become a non-contagious were-raven. Then he transformed into a humanoid-sized raven himself, polymorphing the statue with the rest of his belongings hidden from view. His entourage does the same, and Nyx's majority slips from his fingers as greed swells in the heart of the Vistani. Team Torma, TM, is in crisis mode. You wonder if you should attack, if you should claim it as yours, or if you should try to reveal Arigol's secret. In the end, Nyx attempts to reveal who Arigol really is and what the gift will truly be to the crowd with the use of the command spell. But when the two charismatic titans butt heads, Arigol's smarmy cunning and acting comes out on top, unfortunately. The votes are officially counted, and Arigol wins with 30 or so votes. Very sad. Trademark. Thankfully, Luvash still has his head screwed on the right way, and he conspires in your favor. He will try to gather as many Vistani not enchanted by the Raven Totem, and let his second-in-command lead the frail young out of the mists, while he will return with the able-bodied to Valaki. There he will train and continue to try and persuade more Vistani to his side, and wait for Team Trauma's words. In the meantime, you wonder what Strahd's reaction would be when he finds out that Arigol broke a promise to him. Very naughty. Nyx goes to have a conversation with his mother, and she strokes her own ego again and again and again, noting upon how the crowd paid attention to her, and how they followed her lead so fully, and how she took issue with the elders trying to spread rumors about Nyx's heritage in a bad light. Nyx shares some insights into how he has grown into a wiser person, and how he wondered how he would react when he met his mother. Kali refuses to take responsibility, saying she made a promise to Eva. So she's really to blame. After all, she's a Navarre and she keeps her promises. When she berates Nix for acting clingy, Nix gives his mother with Raziel's vial of blood, noise, everything that is left of the reason she abandoned him. Mic drop, let's go!
So metal. So metal.
Elia Colstrad.
You know what? Hey, wait. Actually, inspiration.
Thank you.
For who?
To Nix. Cookie.
Oh.
Sorry. I didn't mean to make you excited. I'm sorry.
Dang, the carrot of inspiration.
Sorry. Sorry, continue.
Strad catches in the middle of the fight with several unknown assailants. In between Strad's bout of distraction and our resident half-elf informs him of Arigol and there's a promise to discipline him. But it becomes very obvious that this is still the outcome that Strad wanted. You gather your things and swiftly leave the celebrations behind. In fear of retaliation from Argo, now that he has authority, you walk long into the night, eagerly wanting to put miles between us and the Vistani camp. You discuss if you should immediately head to Perez or to the village. In checking with your map concerning the proximity, you decide on the easterly path towards Jasper Heart. After musing about who Strad fought around the misty border of Barovia in the far west, you continue to push ahead to dawn, and you reach the Hangsman Crossroad, where you find Erwin Martikov hanging from the gallows. Very sad, TM.
Yeah. Oh.
I have truly trademarked. Very sad.
Yeah. I think that was my most serious recap as far.
Probably.
Yeah. It was
No,
great. But,
give
you know,
yourself
if I was,
credit. I've heard serious from you
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
past. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're capable of both, which is an awesome ability to have.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice of you to say. Thank you.
I only speak the truth.
You lie.
As a person, not as a GM. Okay. All right. Let's get back into it, shall we?
Oh.
We return to Team Trauma in the Barovian twilight, in an ungodly hour where pitch darkness have transformed to a faint ambient grey light that suffuses and reflects through the heavy, ever-present mists. A new day is heralded, yet you are weary and tired from a lengthy trek from Tsirpool to the main Svalich Road to this Hangman's Crossroad. And true to its name, a man doth hang here. Irias, Hamartia, and Jivkos hang back a bit, warily watching this intersection of paths, the creaking gallows with its trapped, swaying figure, and the mystic graveyard just beyond. All three of you have traveled past this place, some more than others, yet all have felt a need to not tarry here. Even you, Jivkos, in your cursed undead state, did not like to linger in this place. Nyx, Illyria. On the other hand, you have walked up together to squint at this dead thing. And with hearts sinking in your chests, you both recognize Erwin Martikov, the jovial cook and father from the Blue Water Inn, husband to Danica, father to Brom and Bray, son to Davian, brother to Darius, Stefania, and Elvir, a member of the Keeper of the Feather, the only remaining remnant of the former spy organization called the Black Eyes. Last you saw him and his family, you warned Danica to leave Vallaki as soon as possible, to go with Asphodel to Kresk. But something must have gone very, very wrong. Team Trauma, what would you like to do?
Nyx instinctively and subconsciously reaches out to take Illyria's hand as he stands next to her, looking up at the corpse.
Illyria is vibrating angrily. And she's just gritting her teeth, and there's just this shadow that crosses over her face. And it's not often that Illyria, of all people, I mean, you've seen her angry, but she often has this unshakable faith in the good, whatever that you can find. But in this moment, there is something dark that simmers in her that she's trying to contain. And she's not saying anything, she's staring and she's vibrating.
Nyx will understand that and look to Illyria and say, "That's not going to be you. Or us. What are you thinking, Illyria? What's on your mind?" Erwin was a piece in his game as our Yol until we can alleviate this curse and remove the mists. He knew what he was getting into. He knew this could be his fate.
Tell me, who's to blame? Did we do this? By not staying? Making sure they got out? Is this our fault? Mine?
It's nobody's fault, Illyria. You can't blame yourself for not being everywhere at the same time. We had to divide our efforts, and as for we all had faith in her. And
What
I
good
concerned
as for the
her
doing
well-being.
right now? Why wasn't she there? They were our allies. What were we?
Turns Nyx turns to Illyria and says, "I can understand why anyone would get angry at someone that you know being strung up like some sort of thief. This is the land of Barovia. This is what I have grown up with, and it is all not a uncommon sight to see someone dangling from that rope. You just pray that when you pass by, it's not someone you know. This is Barovia, Illyria.
You're right about
This is
one
what-
thing. That would not be us. Because if we die, it would be in an entirely different form. Chivkos. Take him down. Bury him.
I was about to suggest the same thing. And he will go sort of cautiously up to the body and with as much care as he can
Wait.
cut the...
Really?
I just had a thought.
He's like
Strahd
mid
might-
sort of holding them.
Yeah. Strahd will know that we will pass this way, eventually. Jivkos, check him for anything that seems suspicious. Make sure that there is no surprises for you. For anyone to take him down.
He'll seem a little puzzled by the idea, but upon instruction, we'll have a look over them to make sure they're not hiding anything or there is nothing lying in wait.
Irius walks up to Jivkos' side and he kind of grunts. I didn't know them for long. They seemed very kind. Let me. And his Swordmark flashes that brilliant white bluish light, that strange sickly greenish tone underneath it that he truly doesn't understand what it is, and he casts Detect Magic. And he says, I do sense a waft of illusion magic around this place, but I do not sense anything magical on the body.
Then we can all but assume it is safe, and I would be happy to give such a kind person a proper burial. And he will cut the rope, holding the man, while holding him up with the other hand, and gently sort of hold him in both arms. Bring him down. The
He's
others.
quite heavy, but there's signs of like extreme like stress on the body that discolorifications and like scratches, bruises, whatever happened, like with just your passive medicine, you could tell that it was a tumultuous last hours. Are you trained in medicine?
Yes, very.
Yes.
I was about to ask
I was
actually
about-
if
yeah.
I could try and discern what killed him, or sort of what source it was.
Sure.
Magical,
sure,
non-magical.
Sure.
Yeah.
Give me a medicine cunning.
It was diabetes.
Oh
The silent killer.
god.
Medicine cunning. Yes.
Yes.
That is an 11. Not great.
Ooh. There is no clear, like, single wound on this body, which makes you think that whatever kind of ended him in the end, it was like a lengthy process. But you can't really find the source of what did it in the end, so to speak. And considering the rigor mortis hanging out here, the curse of Barovia, you guesstimate perhaps a day and a half, maybe 2 days at most.
So recent. Yeah. I assume we wish to bury him in a more suitable place than around this accursed area.
Great.
Continue on a small amount to a more
Does he
better
have
place.
anything on him? Maybe
Does
he
he?
would have left some form of last note or message to his family.
Chief Cuss will check for that, I guess. Yeah. Pockets and all of that.
Yeah, no, like there's a couple of like copper coins. You find like 3 copper coins in his pocket. There is a hidden spatula.
What? Oh.
Kinda in like an
Pocket spatula?
Yeah, pocket spatula in
Pocket bacon.
like this kind of like over jacket that he's wearing over like this tunic. But other than that, she seems to be stripped off like the outermost layers. He doesn't even have shoes on, and it's just this basically lint and a few coins and these clothings and nothing else.
It seems he was not left with much, but might this be of interest to his family? And he'll pull the spatula out.
You reminded of Cal
Maybe.
for a moment.
Oh.
I mean, does it have like his initials like engraved into the handle?
You know what? Yes, yes, it does. And it's seen a lot of love and
A lot of
use.
spatching.
Yeah.
And Chulin.
A lot of wolf meat patties being flipped.
My favorite.
Might as well, just in case we bump into them again, for proof that we found his body. And let's not put it in a place that is on the road. Maybe somewhere at least somewhat pleasant. Under a tree, maybe.
I can definitely do that. And
Deary nods.
I assume we will continue on for a little bit before deciding to head off and try and find a rightful spot to lay him down.
A lot of trees in Barovia are either dead in their winter hibernation or sickly in some sort, in some way. But you do spend a respectable amount of time like trying to find the healthiest tree that you could find, and whilst it's not perfect, it's certainly the willow that you find suffices for the amount of spect you wanna give Urban. What do you used to dig with?
I don't have a shovel, so last time we dug with hands and it worked. So
Yeah.
I guess.
He's
So
got,
it is
like,
more
he's got
rot.
like buckets for hands. So before they
Yeah.
get
See
to the
what's
rock.
in the we should have one. Let's just check the old party loot here 1 second. Because we did like take a lot of various things. Carpentry tools. XX.
I don't see one.
No,
I've got a lyre.
Yeah.
I mean, with Jivkos not caring about the smell, you know,
Yeah.
and the cold.
He probably smells worse than the body.
Yeah, what is more rot, you know? What is some more earthworms? Maybe Amartya sees it.
That's why I'm smell good,
Ooh,
actually.
snack!
Yeah, Mattia
Bucket
is
worms.
like, she looks at it and she has the thought for a second, and then she looks away in like embarrassment. Oh, what the fuck am I thinking?
It's like, I want to eat worms. What the fuck? You guys should be
Uh,
able to get it done pretty quickly. Just being,
Yeah,
him.
yeah, no, for sure. It's not comfortable, but then again, Jivkos is a special case. So he's not as bothered as others might be, and he doesn't tire in the same way. But it takes you a good 20 minutes. But eventually, a shallow grave is achieved.
Try and sort of lay him down as gently as I can, and then look towards the others just to see if they have anything to say. As Jivkos has sadly never met the man before his untimely demise.
Yeah, Mattia is doing the same because he's never met him before.
Yeah, it's a little bit awkward for you. Lyria seems to have like an internal kind of dialogue as she vibrates still, but not as violently as before.
Mattia is going to tug at her sleeve a little bit.
Mhm.
Hey. Elia,
Yeah.
Jivkos and I never met this poor fellow. Perhaps you can say a word about him so that we might remember him as well. I've heard that might help.
I don't want it to help. When we're done with this, maybe.
Okay. Sorry to bother you.
No, you're not. I'm sorry, I'm tired.
Do you have anything you wish to say, Nix? Or
Next, we'll think for a second, and it's not the best only way to put them in the ground after they have left us. But when we met, oh god, where is it? When we met Irvin, he was a very caring and proud man of his kitchen. He was someone that brought joy in his way to anyone that would wish to listen to whatever crazy recipe that he came up with. I had the fortunate opportunity to speak with him once when I asked him to create something special for Illyria to take her mind off of a few things, to show that I was thinking of her. And he was very interested in listening about what I was thinking, and despite meeting him for only a brief amount of time, it was all that I really needed to understand the man. Barovia is gloomier without him, and he will be avenged.
Illyria nods slowly.
Yuvkos will bow his head and clutch his emblem as Nix speaks and remembers the man.
Irius says a few words in Dwarvish.
Amatia will stand in silence and bow down her head as a sign of respect.
After a minute or two of silence, Illyria is the first one to break it. As she turns back towards the road and says, we have somewhere to be. Let's push an hour or two more and then sleep during the morning, and we will get there tomorrow night. Or tonight, actually. We shouldn't waste more time.
Did Jivkos cover the grave yet or not? Because if not, he'll just cover it now.
Yeah, you definitely can. It looks like the earth is disturbed, but it's not as obvious if you take a moment of, patting it down.
He will respect as much as he can, So yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And you wonder, of course, as you perform this action, with the weight of just even knowing who this person is and having so much respect and like somberness in this moment, and even able to empathize with the pain that they're feeling and take it on a little bit yourself, even though, I mean, if they think that this was a nice person, they ought to be, and you're sad to see them go, even if you haven't met them. What's the weight, if any? The person or the people that buried the Knights of the Silver Dragon in your cemetery? Because you all died. Yet, you clawed your way out of your own graves.
This obviously sort of begins to take him a moment as he stands there in silent contemplation. Even at the speed that they should be going, he can't stop himself from contemplating and thinking of how many have been buried. How much can they stop? Or how much will they cause in this quest? It can never amount to how much has been buried, thanks to the despot sitting in the throne of Barovia.
And that's the thought that makes you finally move and catch up to Illyria. That is clearly marching with a purpose. Considering how tired you all are, and as dawn is upon you, and what has just happened, during these last hours of this trek that you're able to push through, would you talk about something?
Max is clearly thinking of things, but it's sort of like digesting. But it is very obvious that he is not as chatty.
Amadeus was very contemplative as she's trying to make sense of this needless death.
You've got to sort of be a little more hung back on the change from walking from the defeat of the Vistani camp to yet another one, but attempt to hold himself high and not let it hang over him too much as they trudge on.
Sorry, go ahead.
He will just tap whoever would be probably at the back, because he's just catching up on the shoulder to grab their attention. So just not Illyria. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not Illyria. That's the only thing I have to say.
Yeah.
And then,
I mean, Nyx will be fairly near the back, I suppose, dragging his feet and stuff.
I'll tap him on the shoulder then. And well, first we'll check whether Nyx even wants to be spoken with, depending on his reaction to being tapped.
Yeah, like you tap him on the shoulder, and clearly he's distracted, but he comes out of it and says, "Oh, sorry, I was thinking about a few things. What's up?"
I have been too. Do not worry. I just have been thinking of things and wanting to know things clearer of what you all have experienced and been through before you managed to stumble upon myself and free me. How long have you all been inside of these mists?
Well, I was born inside these mists.
Of course, but apologies. I mean, how long have you been in since the rest of the party has... since you all came through?
You want to know how long it's been since Illyria has come through?
If that is what gets me the answer, then yes.
I mean, you're not making too much sense, of course, but I will do my best, nevertheless.
Maybe he speaks archaically because he comes from a different age.
It is a little couple hundred years ago.
Apologies, I keep forgetting the fact that you're not really from this age so much. I will endeavor to be better and more tolerant of the fact that your mannerisms are slightly awkward.
You do not need to pander, do not worry. I should be the one evolving.
It has been... Well, it feels like an eternity. But it's been maybe a couple of months that I escorted Lady Aurelia through the mists along with her guard, Asphodel.
I think
and with my best friend.
I think I have heard of your Asphodel through yourselves, but not of your best friend.
Well, I met him outside the mists, and he was having a little trouble with his family dwelling in a swamp, which was also inhabited, funnily enough, by a hag. And we became friends on the road because I was going to eat a poisonous mushroom that was likely going to cause me to shit my pants and spasm wildly for a few days, and he prevented that. And I was indebted to him, so I took him to a tavern. It was the first time he'd ever been to a tavern. I usually kick him out, so it's like, we figured that we could help each other out. And after getting to know him, I realized of this plight where he wished to migrate his family away from the swamp, somewhere nice, somewhere where there are mushrooms. And he was very into mushrooms. And
I could not guess.
He was a good friend, and I suggested that there was land in Barovia that he could take his family to, and for him to come see it. And I didn't know back then that taking him through the mist would mean that he couldn't get back to his family. And he died here at the hands of Hematir's family.
I'm sorry for your friend. There are far too many that meet a terrible fate in these mists.
That's the truth. But is there a reason you want to know about, like, how long it's been since Illyria and everyone else has been together? Because Hematia joined fairly recently after, she was the one who informed me that she knew who killed my friend, and that didn't go so well as a way of introduction, but we made peace with it.
Time before my mind was freed is a bit blurry. So...
Are you trying to get some form of, like, timeline situation going down, or...
a structure, I would say.
Structure. Oh, well, I can give you a timeline, a rough timeline of Barovia from as far as I know.
How far back would that stretch? If out of interest.
Well, I was taken care of by Madame Eva, and she would have many, let's say, I wouldn't say performance as much as it was a reading for people that would come into the tent, and she would explain some things. So I know at least 30 years, maybe a little longer for like a general history, but I could provide you. I'm not sure how much Hamatira would be able to provide you because she was kind of like in a closed society.
Ah, yes. I do have a faint memory of your Madame Eva, but I'm not sure I know many other figures inside the mist, most of which I feel much more aggression towards.
Right. I mean, you must feel so lonely, of course.
That is one way of putting it.
Aww.
I cannot deny.
It's okay, Jeff, because you have friends now. But do you need a hug or something? How long has it been since you've had a hug?
That slightly stumps him for a moment as he actually tries to remember and seems to find it hard to.
As he like takes a pause and he's thinking about it, Nick's just like speeds up his step and goes in front of him and just like waits for Jivkos to slam into him, and he just like holds on.
He does like almost completely walk into you and over you, but it definitely
Nick holds on like a toddler holding on to like an adult. He gets dragged.
He just sort of blinks down at you for a few moments, which is not something he does because he doesn't blink. And sort of slightly hesitantly but happily sort of engulfs Nix with both of his arms and hugs him. It's very cold.
Oh,
Yeah, it's very cold.
Slightly wet.
It's very, yeah.
Slightly damp, slightly pungent.
But he does still have some of his features, albeit now undead. So he is actually rather huggable.
Look, of course. How about this? Once we manage to get off of our feet and have a break, how about I take you through at least an introduction to what has happened? At least as far from I can tell, and from my perspective as being a Bastani. Obviously, I wouldn't know the ins and outs of different cities and such, but we have traveled kind of the width of this land together, and I know, along with Illyria now, a fair bit about how things are now. Depends if you want something more specific from a historical perspective. I can do my best, but if you want something specific.
I know that a lot has changed, but I do still wish to know what the current mists are like, albeit much bleaker than what I remember. They are still my home, and it would be not great of me to not know what my home is like.
Fair point. Okay, well, how about next time we take a break and we don't have anything pressing, you give me a shout and I'll run you through a couple of the historical highlights, so to speak.
I would very much enjoy that.
It's a date.
I would surely hope not.
Okay. Nix gives a small smile, and then he looks like he's distracted by something as he looks off into the distance and furrows his brow and keeps thinking.
Is all well?
So, well, I mean, no, but Still kind
course.
of processing. I mean, I've been alive 25, soon 26 years. And before I met Illyria, before I left the Mists and came back, I know not of who my father was or who my mother was. And when I discovered who my father was, I learned he was a deranged celestial creature. And he died at my hands, our hands. And at the debate, that was the first time I've ever seen my mother. I always wondered who she was and why she did what she did and how I would feel. And it was a lot to process. And also the fate of the Vestani and blah 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 blah. It's a lot, of course.
I can surely agree. I have gone through some of the same thoughts in the past and have similar thoughts now. It's not something to just push to the back.
Okay. Well, like I say, I'm still kind of processing it. But one thing's for sure. That relic that Aragal produced. You know when you experience something and you make a choice and then you have to live with it and you go on the rest of your life and then you constantly think back, what if I just did something else? What if I had a different action? What if I took action? Would that have changed things? Would that have been a better choice? And the relic that he holds is one of the relics that Madame Eva says that we need. So one way or another, we have to get it from him, and I was very hesitant to do it there and then. But at the same time, why didn't we?
Because I would say at this point, it is better to be left there. We know where it is and who has it. And we can always go and get it. In the plus side as well, we have not made an enemy of your entire people.
Yeah.
I think
Part of me
that
thinks like at this point they don't know exactly what the hell that they need to do. They voted for right now, not for their future. It was heartbreaking, to tell you the truth, because maybe that's what I'm feeling
heartbreak.
for the Vestani people. Now, Luvash was smart enough to break off the Vestani that did not agree with whatever was going down with that debate, but if we just ended that right there, the Vestani people would have no choice but to get over the fact that this guy tried to dupe them and realize that it was for the best. But in the debate, you can't tell people what is good for them. They have to realize that for themselves, and that's what is heartbreaking, that they have no idea what they want.
I can say that I have had the same thoughts for hundreds of years, but for different things.
Wait, the Argent Purifiers voted? Or you are part of
We are not the
some
Argent
form of...
Purifiers. I still am unsure exactly who they are, but we followed Argynvost's judgment in almost everything, as, well, he is but hundreds of years older, wiser, and the founder of our very order. But in doing so, we sat by while allies and even members of our order who wish to do as they wish, which they are fully allowed to do, died on our doorsteps and begged for assistance. And we were told to not interfere, as that would mean picking sides and bring us into the war. But look where that led us.
Do you regret anything that happened back then?
Many things. I regret not having the Order try and assist the Empress Shay against them, and, well, with more help, they might have been able to win, and this whole thing might never have happened.
Curious question for you, Jivkos. What would you do if you met Empress Shay again? What would you say to her?
I'm sorry.
That's it?
I do not know what else I could say. It is one of my biggest regrets, and I hope one of my orders.
Then maybe I suggest to you that you start to think of what you would say, because it is likely that, well, it's not likely, I don't know necessarily, but from what we have learned, information that we have gathered along the way, we intend to go to the Amber Temple. And I think we learned along the way that it's possible that she may still be there in some form or another.
I've said this before, and I will say it again. I recommend against anything with that temple, but at the time we are in, if there is something we need to get from there, then we just need to be on guard.
I think we're on guard. There's a sort of default here, Jivkos.
There is something in there beyond a dragon, Argynvost, and there is something in there that I believe is the source of these mists.
Wait, the source?
I am unsure exactly, but I died attempting to prevent Strahd from accessing what's in the mountains. And then when we awaken, after he has done so, a mist has fallen and we are cursed. How else could this have happened?
I mean, I don't know, but Madam Eva, my non-maternal mother, in her last prophecy, which we have been following, and which led us to you, in fact, to a certain degree, stated that we must go there. So, buckle up!
I must say that we just must not trust a single thing there.
I barely trust what's in front of me right now, of course.
I understand the jokes, but I think that is the thing I fear most, alongside the false king himself. The entity in those mountains and him.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Of course, it's going to be scary, but we have to face whatever it is because nothing's going to change if those who can deal with whatever is going on in Barovia shy away because it's a little scary. We will have to risk our lives if we want dramatic change. Because no one else is going to do it, clearly.
People have tried. But you are the furthest that anyone has ever gotten in... well, ever. By far. No one has ever even gotten past my quartermaster.
We have our ways. We are not inept.
It must be that silver tongue of yours.
I think my silver tongue gets us into more trouble than it gets us out of it. But I would say it's a team effort, and you are part of the team now. So
I shall just have to make sure to keep us out of more trouble than I cause.
That's the spirit. Anything else you want to discuss?
I'm happy at that. Thank you.
No problem.
Arius looks back and gives a thumbs up.
To which of us? Just or to both?
Amadia will slide into the conversation after probably is dropping.
Mm-hmm.
I have something I'd like to ask you, Chief Cos.
Of course. Ask away, please.
So, you know both Nix and I mean, we've seen plenty of V's, and she'll mimic like a hanged man, like a noose around her neck, around.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, are we... Is this... How do I say it? Are we fucked from the start? Are we so far fallen down from what is acceptable in a world without Strahd that's us saying this? We're like, it's just another dead body.
No. You are far from the fact, as far as I have ever seen. There have been a multitude of groups that have attempted what you are doing now, but none have gotten past my quartermaster. Many have died to the mists, but you have not just convinced him to let you live. You have obtained a relic that I have not seen ever since I died. You have fought and killed a hag, which is not something that I have ever even heard of happening in this valley. You have done countless things, fought elementals, forest folk. The feats that lie, well, at your feet are uncountable in comparison to those that have passed before you. I, for once, have hope. It's amazing.
Oh, yeah. Mattia is going to take your hand just a little bit. Maybe like a big finger.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
It's
is
quite
that
small
like a...
structure.
It's like a little kid
Yeah.
holding onto dad.
Listen, both of you, I don't know what will happen before, after, or whatever, but we have to understand something, that even if we win, even if Strahd is dead, this image of Only
Well,
to
Sir Cookie, this
Power
image
to
of even
this man hanging around with. We need to heal more than just the land. We need to heal its people. We need to give him something, some sort of a column to rely upon. Because for us, for Unix, for me, seeing death is just life.
Mhm.
How are we supposed to change this sort of mentality?
Personally, I don't think it's about changing the mindset of death. I think it's more about changing the mindset of when people are alive. People
I can
don't look
only
out for
agree.
each other anymore. And all they do is try and not get noticed and keep their heads down, and nobody fights.
They need to know that there is a time in the future where they may be free. They may travel, they may see the world, experience what it is like outside of these mists in a time where they are not just under constant threat of vampires, wolves, werewolves, all other beings that lurk in these dark forests. They can see the sun. It is to change the minds of those that are here, not of those that have passed.
That will come, though, I think, Matir. They just need to have hope. And we need to give them that hope.
They need to see that Strahd is not a god.
I tried to allude to that in my words to the Vestani, but we have. It sounds all nice and easy, just to like give people hope. I mean, well, not that easy, but still, it is a single task. But we have something that is causing complications in that some people do not want us to help. Some people like where they are, and usually it's the people that have more than others. We need to take those people down, just the same as Strahd, if anything is to seriously change.
Lyria begins juggling a firebolt in her hand.
Of course, just like shuffles slightly uncomfortably at this sight.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
She is walking in front of you guys, but she
Yeah.
can hear you, and she's just like jumping it between her fingers, contemplating it.
So, give people hope. Take down the people that don't want the people to have hope because they have everything they need right now. Clear the mists. Bring the sunshine back. Well, bring the sunshine for the first time. No, back, right? You saw the sun before Jivkos. Before the mist?
Yes.
Right.
The valley indeed used to be prosperous.
And we have someone with a name that is like foreshadowing.
It is a statement of action, I hope. I
Live up to your
Just-
name then.
I'm trying. It's just that, before, even when I came to you, if it's fluff in your face.
Sorry, Cookie. Again, before I came to you, you had.
Before I came to you, I never had this funny little thing called hope. And I think we may underestimate how hard it is to stir hope in people that's been depressed over so many years.
from personal experience, it took time and action of our own. Whilst we are the greatest group of adventurers maybe that each of us from, we have to stir the population. We have to. This is bigger than just us, and if we just continue to act as us, then nothing will come out of it. Eventually, Star will come bearing at us with this whole army, and we'll just be hopeful for people versus an army, and we'll die. Maybe.
But that's what we were trying to do with the Vestani people, like change the minds of the masses, not just be us. But it didn't work.
Okay. So if that didn't work, what's our next step?
I mean, I wouldn't say it didn't work entirely. People need to see actionable change and believe that something is possible before they can invest in it. I think that was probably the biggest problem. I mean, we came into the Vestani funeral and said, hey, everyone is lying to you. You could just leave. You could, fight, stand up for yourselves, live a life that is actually worth living. But they're like, yeah, but what about my wine? So unless we can produce some sort of provable evidence that change can happen, the others won't come across, in my opinion. And that is what we need to do next. And to do that, we already have our plan.
If I may add as well, if you are looking for a larger group, if we manage to free my order, that is a rather sizable professional force.
Right. Wait, didn't... Just like out of character, we saw the skull?
Yeah, we know the skull has been given to Baba Yaga.
But right.
Yeah, you
Baba
originally
Saga.
saw the
Baba
skull.
Saga, sorry.
Yeah, but they're based on each other, so it's understandable.
perfect.
You saw the skull originally in the lounge on the first floor.
Yeah.
But you learned through Aragel's kind of like dramatic boasting indeed that Baba Yaga apparently released the totem in payment for the skull.
Then we are on our way to Barovia village because we know that there's something there that we will need to achieve a certain objective. We can go straight after that to Beres and confront Baba, or steal the skull from her.
I just hope that the returning of his skull will free them.
Well, we know that, and you have the bag now, that we have to return it to Argenvost Holt, and then we have to climb up the tower, and there's something that we have to do there to release some form of curse on your people. But I got to say, Jeff, because getting to know you, if we were to do that, there's a chance that you will also cease to exist.
It is a chance I am willing to take, as then you would not be plagued by my order. And I think that trade would be worth.
Nyx looks at Jivkos with a little bit of a more respectable light and gives a, that meme where that guy is sitting in a river and does like sort of like a nod, like.
God. Yeah, I know exactly which one.
Like approving nod gif. Yeah.
Mattia will have this scowl on her face.
Yeah.
And say, I mean, do we have to make you die? I mean, Is that the only option?
I can hope that it will not end my revenant condition, but if you attempt to face Strahd without it, the entirety of my order will oppose you. And I do not mean any offense in this. You would not be able to. At all.
Yes, but I'd rather face the whole order than to lose you, quite frankly.
There's more to it than that, though, isn't it, Jivkos?
Hmm?
It's not just about releasing your order. It's also about releasing Argynvost himself.
Yes. I was not aware that he lingered there before you made me aware, and if it allows his soul as well to finally be free, I would be happy at that.
I believe that he would, hopefully, in his dying moments, the soul released to give us some form of boon that will assist us.
It would be well within his power, that is for sure.
So everything comes with an objective and some form of assistance for our journey. Maybe we can even ask him to let Jivkos live.
I hope so.
I do wish to redeem my order, and I would gladly, if he let me, do it.
Well, this is not depressing at all. Anyway.
Arius gives a thumbs up or sad.
He's really good at thumbs ups.
Yeah.
A really strong thumb.
Well, as soon as he starts talking, he usually gets back from from me. So at this point, he's only giving like encouraging like thumbs up.
Finger guns, yeah.
Yeah, from the side. Like, yeah, I'm here.
I would say one thing though, guys. Maybe it's just me, but we may have left that debate not winning the hearts of the Vestani, but I think we learned a lot. I personally feel like I learned a lot about who I am. Grown a little bit, perhaps. Don't know about you.
From what they spoke of you, it seems you most definitely have.
I mean, more like literally. Feel like
Agreed. Yes.
a few things
It was
seem a
not
bit more
physical
clearer.
thing of turning from a child into an adult.
Okay, let's get our plan in order. Barovia village. A little piece of history for you both, given Illyria is a little bit upset right now. This will be the first time that Illyria and I will have returned to Barovia village after I was exiled and after a certain shopkeeper with the ear of Strahd burned down the bar, inn, tavern that belonged to my cousins, and whom one perished in the fire. It was a racial profiling sort of situation, and I was told to never return. Since then,
Giving you a face to the name.
Okay.
yeah, his name was Cantemir.
Mhm.
And,
More like
my cousin
Cantemir.
was- Indeed. I believe, from what we learned when we were at the ball at the Ravenloft Castle, that he was given sort of a deputy burgomaster position, but he kind of fucked it all up because he couldn't get wine flowing again. He was on thin ice, so to speak, with Strahd, and kind of felt like Strahd had ulterior motives anyway, and that came about after we then learned that the ex-burgomaster's wife from Vallaki has now been made burgomistress of Barovia village. She was there when we confronted the burgomaster in Vallaki to replace him, to remove him from power, and she was the one in whom stabbed her own husband because she didn't see there was any sort of way out, and learned a little bit about him, that maybe it was saving face, maybe it was actual emotion, but she managed to leave Vallaki unharmed and escape to Barovia village, following her son Victor, who tormented and brainwashed the child of the now burgomistress of Vallaki,
Oh.
making her think that she was a cat.
I
He,
don't like the sound of any of these people.
Victor, is a aspiring wizard of sorts. He managed to raise from the dead the family cat that he murdered and turned it into some sort of zombie cat, and was dabbling with teleportation circles and using the staff of the household as guinea pigs, so to speak, throwing them into this half constructed teleportation circle, and basically after I looked at it, it was essentially an arcane blender because he fucked it all up. However, that was weeks ago, and he's probably learned a few things here and there, encouraged by the fact that he is free still, and he is one that can wield magic. This all makes sense so far.
So far, but I do not like the sound of any of these burgomasters, as you call them.
It's not all bad. There is one person that we can go to.
Mm-hmm.
The ex-burgomaster of Barovia village that was cast out. And God, these names are just like pulling out of my memory after like how long has it been? Like freaking 2 years.
Yeah, of course, Ismark.
Ismark. His name is Ismark, and he is the last surviving heir to the Barovia village burgomaster line, and his sister Irina came with us because Strahd had shown an interest in her, let's say, curves, and she feared for her life, so she came with us, and upon meeting Strahd on the road, she grabbed her and snapped her neck like a twig. More or less.
That is horrific.
Oh no.
We have not seen Ismark since.
Do you wish to?
We need to, because despite everything that's going on, Ismark is actually with us. He does not like Strahd. And out of every single person that could potentially be in Barovia village, or on the outskirts, perhaps he's not even there, Ismark is perhaps the only person that would have a sympathetic ear to our plight.
An ally.
An ally.
Well, I'm happy for us to seek him out. But that is not the only thing we are going for, correct?
Our mission, as far as I'm aware, is to hunt down that. How did you call him? Kantomir? I like it.
You would have actually said that. You can say you came up with that.
Kantomir. And to take from him a stoner that he wears around his neck. We learned this from the Matikovs. That stone plays a role in whatever fuckiness is going on with the elements of the land that Amatir is attuned to.
Indeed, this is the stone that I had on my vision. It would take me one step further into freeing the elemental that Mother Dearest used to subjugate.
That is our only real mission, really. We're not there to dethrone anyone. It's almost like a losing battle, but if we come across Victor, I would very much like to see his insides on the outside.
I would agree that he needs to be taken and punished.
We should get the necklace from Kantomir, and if we can get Ismark on our side, and maybe, I don't know actually how practical it would be to put Ismark back in control of Barovia village, especially after we've learned that there's some sort of garrison of werewolves or some sort of army being built in Barovia village. So maybe, if everything turns out that way, Ismark is probably the best person to put into power, but that is if he wishes to. Otherwise, he'll be a wonderful ally to have.
I think we should take that one step at a time, but
Indeed.
I shall utilize the hat and attempt not to bring as much attention to myself.
Yes, let's work on that just before we go in. Maybe after I give you a little bit of a history lesson. You have a certain gravitas of how you speak, Jivkos. Maybe we can practice some way to be a little bit less intense.
All right. I can try.
That's all we can do.
Do you like the diagram of it?
Fucking.
Okay,
you told
Charlie
me this
Day.
with no context, I'd be like, "What the fuck is going on?" I love it. I love
it
it.
helps. Keeping all
It,
the
does, it actually definitely did help because now I
Good.
might know who it is when I see them.
Good.
Yeah, it's a lot to absorb
Yeah. It's a lot of history.
all
Okay.
at once. Yeah.
I will remove it all.
Oh, Star Circle. Ooh.
Not anymore.
No.
Do you guys spend the rest of your exhausted kind of half an hour or so walking into the dawn, practicing having Jubkos utilizing his soft voice? If there is one.
I was going to say, I think it's like this because his vocal cords are so fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not
A solid
exactly
gravel.
full.
In DM, Nick's advisors used to speak like a Norwegian.
Don't you will. No, that's Netherlands. Oh, never mind. I've definitely offended somebody by saying that now. Shit.
Hey, Miss you.
That's a really bad offensive thing.
Oh god, really? Take it back. Take it back. I don't want to be.
I take it back.
Cancel.
That was not Norwegian. That was Netherlands.
Jubkos ska sticka kniven i det?
Oh, what fucking gibberish is that?
That's Norwegian. Okay, I'm a Swede. I can do the throw the shade. Okay, no problem. Okay. Uh, you practice that as much as you can. It's a mixed success. There are some physical limitations, but there is genuine effort from Jipka's side, and perhaps if he chooses his words well, and perhaps indeed try to have a brighter tone, it helps a little bit, but it also turns it somewhat comical or unsettling, and you're not entirely sure if that's better. But some kind of progress is made. Camp. At a sudden point, at a certain point, you're just too exhausted to keep on going. And you basically just steer into the bush. There are certainly places here that Jivka's areas, Hamartia and Nyx would know of that could be good places to rest. Considering how some of you have traversed this road more so than others. So you do find yourself like a soft, somewhat dry spot, because that's mostly the issue nowadays, because it's been raining a lot this early winter in Barovia. So it's very, very muddy and slippery, but you do find this high ground kind of situation. It's quite stony, but it's the best that you can. Watches. Who wants to have a watch tonight?
Yvonne's going to take first, because his sleep's a bit different.
Fair.
Or his requirements
fair.
for it, anyway.
Irius and Illyria do sign up for duty. If
next
yeah.
will. Yeah, for sure.
Then that's 3 people. Then who wants to take the last? Cookie is for you. From Ardia. Take the last. Sorry.
Yes.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah.
Is it the internet or your microphone that stopped?
It's my microphone. Its
Yeah.
connection is really fuzzy.
Shit.
Makes sense.
Okay. So, Jibkos.
Mhm.
The first watch is yours.
Mm-hmm.
As you quickly eat some food and everybody bunker down, except for you, of course. What does Jibkos spend his time doing? And give me a perception composure.
Given how the last couple of days have gone, he will be basically as vigilant as he can be. No reading his book, no sort of doing other things. But he will tend to actually sit completely like a corpse still as he does it. Because, well, if people see nobody moving or all conscious, they might slip up. Yeah. Which perception was it? Sorry.
Composure. For such a long time, you can't be vigilant the whole time.
Yeah.
Or actively vigilant. This is more.
16.
16. It's not dark out. Instead, you guys basically sleep into the morning, past dawn. So instead, which kind of like fucks with you a little bit, but maybe not as much as you do for you, Jibkos, it gets brighter and brighter as the sun kind of climbs behind the misty blanket that protects Barovia and guards it from its rays. There are a bat in a tree, hanging upside down. It's big,
Merda.
black eyes, sometimes blinking. Looks towards the camp.
Yeah, he's going to use his heavy crossbow to shoot it.
No need to roll. If you miss the first time and it comes back and you roll again, you're gonna hit it and it thuds into the ground. Do you want to make sausage? No, just kidding.
No.
Okay.
No.
You just leave it be. Okay.
It would not be clean if he touched it at all.
Fair.
Yeah, that wasn't a problem for us, but
A walking hygiene problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else? Or you just sit there and watch.
You'll try and push back a lot of the contemplative thoughts in sort of priority for the watch. So not much, no.
No? Okay. It is very calm for a Barovian day. Not the cry of a raven or the rustle of a bush of some kind of weasel or a rabbit kind of making their way through the wilderness. It's just a very calm and lonely winter morning. Okay. You wake up Illyria?
Yep.
Nobody knows what happens. Woo!
Unless something really bad happens.
Okay. Time passes. Nobody's woken up. Then we go for Arius. Gets +1 because of his luck stone. That was given to him from his mother.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
And during Arius' watch, you find it very strange and disconcerting that nothing happens and you're not woken up. Hamartia.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm out here. Can you hear me well?
Yes.
It's good.
Yep.
I will
Yes,
tell
okay.
you. I will tell you if it happens. So don't worry. I got you back.
Amadia will continue knitting some lovely scarves, like the color-coded scarves. What she's
Aww.
so she'll continue knitting these scarves. But something is on her mind. She can't shake it. She feels like she has all of this power, but she is way stronger and way more happier than she's been this whole entire time. But she feels like the situation is still hopeless. She can't shake this feeling. She can't shake this feeling that we are fighting giants. And she's just a person who did the wrong thing at the wrong time and now is trying to make up for something. And she tries to understand the wind more than it's just the element or it's just Morgantha bending it to its will. Why is there an elemental spirit? What is the purpose of it? It's trying to maybe peer a little bit beyond the surface of the facts. She has no fucking idea. So she continues knitting.
Make me what do you have ranks in? Which skills?
Which skills?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A lot of skills.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
Do you have a craft for your weaving?
I do have a custom weaving, yes. Yeah, I have
Make me craft weaving plus cunning.
okay. So that's 6 plus my cunning. My cunning is 3.
12.
Okay. It's a very, very calm day when it comes to the air as well. Whatever happened that made it upset, when it screamed and moaned and cried over at the circle behind the windmill, it's almost like it's recuperating, where it's just resting or sleeping or in stasis, and it's even hard for it to make like a single strand of your hair move in this breeze. It's just so ever faint, and you don't get the connection. Not tonight.
I'm sure my mother had it easier. She just dominated the damn thing. Fine. So right now I did a Leah scarf, and now I'm doing Nyx because he's the scrawniest of the bunch.
Oh.
It's true.
2 hours. You will be almost finished, but not completely. During your like 80% there. Yeah.
So it's like color coded to Nyx's coat, and it has like a
Oh.
little bit of the same sort of iconography. So it will be a matching.
Damn.
Nice.
Damn. And make me a perception composure to see if you notice anything
Strange things happening about.
Yeah.
That's an 8.
As an 8. This is
Good 8.
one beautiful scarf, and you're pretty tired, and you get into this space of just you and your work after dealing with the temporary frustration of the wind. But thankfully, your watch goes by uneventful.
Yay.
And before we get to another day of traveling, let's go for a short break.
Yeah.
Yay!
No.
Some great
Ah.
roleplay. I really enjoyed that. Good job, guys.
It's been fun.
Yeah, it was fun listening too. I'm gonna refill my drink and I'll be right back. 1 second. I am back! That was really good. That felt nice. What a flow. delving into some interesting details but not getting too bogged down, jumping between topics, all of them juicy. Very much enjoy that.
Law.
Law.
Yeah.
Maybe as time, goes, you have the time to properly, melt everything that is in your law document.
There's so much there. Like, we're never gonna get to everything.
Yeah, I mean, and that's okay. That's how it's supposed to be. I don't want you to run out. If it ever comes up, you have it. It's more like a security.
Yeah, no, it's so amazing to be like, shit, what's up there? I don't remember it exactly, and I make sure I don't want to fuck this up. It's so nice having just such, like, I don't know the exact right word, but insane large amount of stuff to, like, refer
It's also
from.
nice to me because I can double check what I've said to
Oh
make sure I
yeah, that's
stay
a
in
very
my lane.
good idea. It's sort of like a section of like, this is the like silver dragon order and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't misremember something that I claimed. What? Yeah, I can't now. But I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I saw it. I will later. Not now. No. Go away. Go away, bacon pants.
Oh, can we see the bacon pads? Ooh.
No. That's only for me.
Aggressively point at camera.
Later.
Ah. Sad.
Yeah, we gotta pay for the bacon pants, honestly.
No, that's the OnlyFans, yeah.
Yeah, only feed. Only Joey. Joey toy.
Only-
Joey toy.
Only.
Remind me, did they actually get around to having a flashback episode to fill Arius and Hamartia in? Yes. Hamartia over time has been filled in on most subjects. I think just through roleplay at this point. I think Hamartia is quite filled in. If she has kind of points where she doesn't remember, it kind of makes sense that she's been peppered with information and then just naturally Hamartia doesn't remember all details that she's been taught, but like the broader strokes. Arius, since Arius went from being a player to an NPC, there was a moment in an episode after there was a few episodes of just, generally asking questions, explaining to Arius, where Arius was able to get a longer explanation from Nyx. So at this point, to not make it so, because we had quite a few characters come and go in this campaign, sadly, I don't want to repeat information to the point where it becomes a chore. Arius was filled in on the most important things out of session, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it was mentioned and in session, but then that process happened out of session. Indeed. Now it's just like with Jibcast is interesting to. I think I did a good job with both me and Weewu did a good job with Jibcast, because it's interesting to hear Jibcast's perspective on the things that he doesn't know, because he might know things that the party doesn't know, and so it's like another dynamic there.
I feel like it makes it a lot better when they can actually sort of do it both ways instead of one person just trying to absorb everything.
Yeah. Like share and compare and exchange. Yeah.
Yes.
Sure. Other than just, receive. Yeah, for sure. Because then it becomes a two-way street rather than just a one-way. For sure.
I was lucky with Weewu as a returning player, but different character.
It's
So
true.
The
It's true.
earlier stuff doesn't have to be
Yes.
reiterated.
Again, we
Yeah,
thank you so much. You kind of saved the campaign.
Yay! I'm really happy to be back as well. To be fair, when I was here last, I was much younger and also in a boarding school, which is so much harder to get time for. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was good that you left. Like,
Definitely.
don't
I
look
did
at
not
me
have the
wrong.
mental age for that.
But even better that you came back. Better and stronger.
Yeah.
Faster.
Faster, better, strong. Well, not faster. Kelvin's probably faster. Stronger, definitely.
Better in any way that counts. No, but you notice it, and I also noticed your like how much you've grown, Weewu. Like, yeah,
You're
look
so
at
tall.
you.
I remember you when you were a wee lad.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. No. You're becoming a proper person.
Instead of a child that does not count. Yeah.
Exactly.
They're
You're a
very
real
true.
boy.
Children aren't real. That's true. They're robot.
Growing into your own. There you go.
Yeah. I basically am a robot. They just weren't able to contain me, so I'm free now. It's great.
Bleep, bleep, bloop.
Bleep bloop bleep bloop. I'm still shit at maths.
Hey, how many there are. Cookie, you back? No.
That's a negative.
not
Bakery
cookies.
boy.
I gotta wonder with a name like that. Like he gotta know how to bake cookies, right?
He has to. Oh, he's back.
Yay!
Yeah.
He's mentioned the background of his
back
name
in
before.
bakery? Well, I have not retained that information, and I'm so
I
sorry.
was not here when it got told, I'm pretty sure.
That has been removed from my brain.
Lost to the
I'm
ages.
so
I don't know why
sorry.
anyone's name is anyone's name, but I'm happy at using them because they're online. Yeah.
My
is
name
my
is
name?
just like an internafied version of my own name, so.
I assumed so.
Yeah.
My name. Talking about the names.
You
we're
might
talking
have
about
told me,
etymology?
but I don't remember. I'm so sorry.
So I used to have quite a sweet tooth when I was a child, and I ate a bunch of cookies. I could eat actual like packages of chocolate chip cookies.
Damn.
So-
damn.
So
So
now you've
my-
turned into a man instead of a boy.
My sibling.
When I
Yes.
was a lad, I ate 2 dozen cookies.
But now as a man, I ate 4.
So my brother's siblings called me Cookie Man as a
Oh.
nickname.
But
I thought you'd
still
be
a
called
man,
like
not a
Bakery Boy
monster.
and then Cookie Man. You know.
I see. That is very cute. Okay, let's return, shall we?
Shall we?
Another day of traveling ahead of us for an interesting evening. Okay. When you're ready to face another day of traveling and slept away your exhaustion of the tumultuous events of yesterday, you gather up your things and make your way out of the wilderness back to the Swannish Road. You're calm and at ease. The night was very much uneventful except for a single bat. And you expect many hours of an easy pace of traversing eastward. But instead, just a couple of meters down the road, there's something that you see that makes you pause. Team Trauma. Through the mists, 30 or so meters away, there's 4 figures standing in the mists. And for some time,
God damn it.
the fog obscures their features, but they kind of slowly walk towards you as they do you. And then as the mists and the fog depart, where both of the 2 groups can see each other clearly, you see figures that you recognize to different degrees. Standing to the far left is a lanky male figure that twitch from time to time. He's dressed in a tattered chainmail and a rusty plate armor that only covers his right arm, and his head is covered by tightly wrapped and dirty cloth that only reveals 2 shining red eyes. and some wayward strands of stringy hair. Beside him is a somewhat looming female figure, plate armor that has survived better than the first armor, and it arcs into these massive pauldrons, framing a greenish face with tattoos hidden behind this cowl. A mantle ripped into pieces hangs stringy from her back, and she holds onto an elegant greatsword in her hands that have seen better days. The figure furthest to the right is somewhat ahead of the group, in tattered leather armor, a rotting face of a wood elven man with long black hair tied behind his head, and he stares evenly at you and with his yellow eyes. Pace to the side, and behind him, there's a black lizard with shining red eyes, rotting midnight scales, another great sword at the ready, and two very large, glinting red eyes. The wood elf, Illyria and Nyx, clocks to be the revenant that attacked you on your way to Balaki from the dinner at the castle, where Asphoda took a dragon necklace from his still corpse that you didn't think would rise again. The stoic woman and the twitching man attacked you days later after Harmartia joined the party, so Harmartia would recognize those two. And you were attacked in the night on your way to Argynvostholt. Shortly afterwards, Illyria's body was possessed by Casimir's sister. And the last one, more so than the rest, the black lizard folk, Sir Jivkos knows so very well. And you do recognize these people, Jivkos, to be the curious Sir Lukian, the thrill-seeking Sir Anatoly, the ever so adamant Sir Liuba, and your childhood friend, Kala.
As soon as they came into view, Yevkos has just frozen. His face a mixed emotion of shock and comfort, but he's wary because he knows that they suffered under the same thing that he was, and he doesn't know if they are who they truly are.
Oh, these guys again. Nyx calls out in front saying, "She's not with us anymore. Unless you are going to tell us some sort of information, or are these your friends, Jivkos?"
He'll give a very tentative sort of deep nod while just keeping his eyes straight on the red-eyed lizard dragon.
The revenants are slow to react. You kind of recognize that kind of sluggish way of interacting with the world through this very thick tar that kind of moves through your head and forces you to do things that you wouldn't otherwise want to do. And eventually there's recognition on their otherwise unfeeling faces, and there's an unusual amount of emotion for them, especially so for Kala. And she take an unsure step forward, and she calls out, "Shivkos, what doing? Return.
he'll actually just sort of begin to slightly tremble. He'll whisper so they cannot hear, but these are my order. I do not know what to do.
I mean, are you in trouble? Are we in danger? I mean, how did you leave it last when you saw these people? Like, you ventured away, and gonna need a little bit of information here. We gave you a bunch last night.
On fine terms, but I do believe that they still believe that I am under the same curse, and they are my friends and family.
Well, then go and hug them.
But they suffered.
Shivkos! Wrong! You... What?
What is it you say?
With,
He'll take a step forward now.
with me? With me? Why? You leave me.
I did not mean to. I was ambushed by the hag. And they have done something to me.
Wrong. Wrong. Cease. Return. Me.
I don't know if I can.
The standoffish woman that you know to be Liuba, the one who had the most stalwart faith, perhaps, out of all of you in the order, suddenly takes a step forward, just slightly behind Kala, and she points this one crooked greenish finger that you knew once to have been a brilliant teal, towards Illyria. Sword! Sun sword! Must reclaim! Too dangerous! Master Hornguard's orders! The other three revenants' faces kind of whip to stare towards Illyria's hip, and whatever humanity that resided on their faces are immediately washed away. Cold, unfeeling dead masks sit there instead as they charge. Let's roll initiative.
You say?
You don't know how much I was internally screaming when I saw that. I was like, ah!
Oh.
That's a wrong. Sorry. Is it here?
Okay.
Yes, it's there. It's there. There it is. Yes. Do somebody wish to take over Illyria, and I can do Arius?
I don't have Illyria's shit.
Or
I don't know.
somebody could do Arius, and I could do Illyria. I can send Illyria too.
Can you send me Illyria? I'll do Illyria.
Okay. Awesome. Wait, where did Anatona go? He just disappeared. Lol.
Oh, he was there.
Yeah, just a second ago. Okay, let me send the character sheet. So,
Thank you.
I cannot click my token.
oh shit. Okay. That's Cookie.
You're hurting me with this, you know.
Yeah, that's the intention.
Thank you. Okay, can you give me like a quick rundown of what should I do?
Yeah, she usually does her combo, right?
Bad.
Of attacking twice with a rapier and then doing an offhanded attack if she's in melee range.
Sure.
Where all of her attacks get a negative to hit according to how many attacks she has, because she's doing one extra attack per turn. If she's not in range, she usually opts for either throwing a firebolt, or she activates her sun sword, which takes an action to do.
Yes.
Indeed.
Good to know.
They kind of stepped up all at this point. Column is not forward. This, yeah. Also, roll initiative for Illyria.
Yeah, I don't have permission on a token. I need you to give me.
Oh yeah,
this.
yeah. Absolutely. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Man, she has some crazy stats. Holy shit.
Yes, she does.
How does she do the thing where you are unable to hit her? Is that like a blade song, or is it something else?
She has haste, and she has parry.
Just haste.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yes. And haste is an action to do, right?
yes.
So, okay, sure.
But then you get a hasted action.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, does she? I'm trying to think like Ilya. Does she usually just do the evil on the first turn, or is she using haste and then doing it?
I mean, it depends if we're going to be doing like a lot of stuff, and if the sun sword would actually be practical, which it would be here, and we haven't used it for a while, and it's not like we would use it again in Barovia right away. So yeah, she usually balances whether she needs it or like if we need it in the future. But in this case, I'd probably say that she probably would draw it to show them at least as well that it belongs to her and it speaks to her.
Terrific.
Yeah, at this point they already know what it is, so they kind of jig us up.
There was a jig in the
I'm just going to look on some spells in the Frostmark wiki to make sure that I understand what they're doing.
Yes.
Where can you find it?
Where can you find that? Very good.
Yeah, where can you find them?
You can find them in Frostmark-RPG.fandom.com.
Damn, really?
Get like all of the information in a neat, tidy little thing. Yes.
No
It's
way.
currently on the
Where?
update.
Way.
Where?
So radical.
Oh, where can I find the spells actually? Is it in the rulebook?
Yeah.
Spellcasting.
I might have removed that title.
I don't see a spellcasting one.
Oh,
no.
well, search
What
search
are you
for the
looking
spell
at?
list. Search for the spell list. Or the
Haste. I
specific
just want to
spell.
make sure what it does.
I just type it into the search bar at the top.
Yeah.
Nice, thank you.
God, I need to reload.
Bexxy's killing me.
Sorry. Good intention. Good intention.
Good intention of what?
And roads to hell and all of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're Arius. Will somebody help me with Arius?
Oh, yeah, I can do areas. I think I already have access to a sheet anyway.
Yes. Let me add a turn, and you can roll initiative for him.
Man, I rolled crazy initiative right now.
Yeah, I rolled a 6 and I was like, wait, I've got a thing for this. Let me roll it so I can then add in the 6. And then I rolled a 21.
Hey,
And then so I had to
hey.
rewrite the 21.
I need to re-roll. It's so laggy for me. Probably. Play it conservatively, Cookie. This is challenging, but it's not going to be deadly.
What do you mean play it conservatively?
For what you sent me, like
Sure.
normal shit. Don't normal shit. Okay, so Arius got a 13. Okay, so actually top of the round, Illyria, burning with righteous anger, is the first one to react.
Leah is happiest. As a first action, she is going to cast haste on herself.
Alrighty. According to her soul mastery and her soul weapon, sprint, so it is not going to be a roll, I guess, right?
Good, and she is going to step up, perhaps saying some pissed off things.
Yeah, for sure.
And because she is haste,
I'm not in the mood for this. Not today.
and because she is hasted, she will say very, very quickly, "Dear this never accepted except your cold water. I got investing swim with my flesh, my hand, and my meal, my skin, my body, skin."
Yeah. For sure.
And so activated. Let's go.
Nice.
Spaghetti on mom's sweater.
And she's going to make sure that she is in like. Are they all melee fighters or what are they? What is
They
their
are.
equipment that I can say?
They're all melee, I think.
You remember them to be melee for sure.
So she'll just be behind, just before Nyx. She'll be like, "I got you, bro. Like I got you, fam. I got you, my SO. Yeah." And that's her turn.
Get behind me. I will protect you.
Yes, I'm actually trying to do Leah justice here.
No, I see that. Thank you. Okay. I do appreciate you guys helping me. All right, then Nyx, your woman just put on pants, for sure.
To make her feel better about herself, like. that she's
Wow, okay, shut the fuck
Wow,
up.
okay, jeez.
Nyx will like say, okay, well, everyone together, of course, we can do this. And he will do like a classic Nyx pre-fight bless
Oh,
on everyone except Arius, I suppose. Oh, it's 3 people. So Illyria, Jivkos, and Hamatia will get the bless.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So get your wing icons out. And Nyx will be concentrating.
What are these?
Indeed. Not on areas, because it's 3 people.
Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah, Hamatia, Illyria, and Chipos. And as part of his you can do it speech, he will use his protective pump, bardic inspiration, to give everyone 10 temporary hit points and half their movement immediately. No! Say, time to meet your friends again.
This is just gonna move just in front of everyone.
Aw.
Maria will take a step back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's really undecided on what the hell to do, but he is currently just sort of in front, and that's all so far.
Okay. Did we roll a soul check for that bless?
It's all good.
All good. It's a little bit of a stressful situation. Jivkas hasn't seen himself. There are some nervous glances towards him, yet you were able to keep calm and force that red soul back into its person for future spellcasting. Alright, your allies are protected and inspired by your magnetism. Hamartia, what do you want to do?
Matia will respond to Nyx. Yes, everyone together, and we'll pull out the staff of giant insect, and we'll say, "You too, soul." And she will make giant soul appear. Let's go!
I will slay your enemies!
She's gonna ride the bastard.
Oh god.
Can you make it giant? Please make it big.
Yeah,
make
yeah,
it big.
yeah. Well, is it just large, right? No.
Yeah, it's large.
Both of us removed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. There you go, giant soul.
Matia will gleefully hop on it and hold it in antennas like cranes, and be like, "We got this! Come on!"
That'll hurt.
Why do the Valkyries plays in the background somewhere?
Yeah, basically. There you go. Alright.
I can't control the
Solus
token.
is you can't control the token?
I can't control the token of soul for some reason.
What the heck?
What the hell?
What the hell?
What is this?
The hell you say?
What the hell you say? Well,
Did you put it like map layer or something?
No one can
You
control
just have to
soul.
put ownership of the token, like on the character sheet. If it's a character, you're gonna have to say like also.
controlled by
owned by-
here. Yeah. Okay, that should do it then. There you go.
Thank you, I can control the character.
Spams the roleplay stuff.
Okay, so that was my action. And for movement, since I have Giant Soul, and Giant Soul has a hefty amount of movement speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has, to be exact, he has, what is it? In a moment. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's 12 meters flying.
I mean, you can open it and look at it. Wow.
I will fly over here for like a flanking position.
12 meters.
Yeah, so I go over here for like a flanking position. The cavalry will charge, so
Yeah,
yes.
Sure. Yeah. Soul launches into the forest, kind of leaving behind him this trail of like glittery, iridescent kind of light from his wings. He's fabulous in a terrifying way. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, perfect. Well.
Fucking Anatoly.
Anatoly's time and turn. well, twitching faster than any of his allies can react. They are all pretty slow, but this guy might be the most fidgety and fastest of them all. He kind of rushes into range first, but cannot get there on this turn. But he just goes into this dead sprint. It draws both of his two weapons, two kind of short swords that are rusted to different amounts, and he kind of like had them trailing behind him, almost like in this Naruto run where his torso just moves faster than his mind and his arms at this point, and it's just sometimes when he moves, he kind of like twitches to the side and makes this serpentine kind of maneuver towards you, but still goes in a dead sprint. Just complete thrill-seeking, dogged kind of reaction. Next up, perhaps the most experienced of them all, Sir Lucian kinda walks into the side here and looks at Hamartia with his shining yellow eyes and will bid you to freeze. I need you to make me a resolve saving throw.
Okay. Resolve, you say?
Yes.
I'll save. Oh no, that's not good. 14.
The gleaming yellow eyes pierces through your mind, and you feel this cold kind of skeletal hand kind of caress your mind and then just seize your spine. You're paralyzed.
Okay. Can I still concentrate, or is it fucked?
Paralyzation is pretty harsh, but I don't think...
It's a lot.
It's incapacitated, so you can't move or speak.
Mhm.
And automatically fails, like strength and dexterity fails.
Indeed.
Alright, so no.
You can't move or speak, but you can hold concentration.
Okay, so I'm like,
Yeah.
so bad.
There will be a critical hits against you.
Yes, indeed. You basically completely like stuck in place.
Sure. Okay, I can. It's fine.
Yeah.
But Soul is not paralyzed.
No,
Yeah,
indeed. So it's not
It's-
paralyzed. Let me at him! Let me at him! Indeed. Alright, that's their 2 turns. Iria's turn.
It's, Arius will look over to you, Jivkos, and says, "We're putting these guys down. They apparently keep getting up." And he will. Where's his soul mark? It's on his
He's
face.
left upright side of his palm, his hand, on the other side of his hand, on the other side of his
Okay.
palm.
So like he raises up and traces it. I'm gonna say he's gonna move first, I think. So
It's
16.
kind of black raven silhouette on top of a white and blue storm cloud. It like shoots out lightning on the sand. He hides behind the stone. I get it.
He moves there. He wants to get line of sight, I guess, of this guy. But why does he have such like high level spells only? Okay, fuck it. He's gonna cast lightning bolt at the guy that is looking intently at Hamatia
Like a juicy snack.
Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt, lightning bolt,
Yeah,
lightning
I
bolt,
was
lightning
just
bolt.
about to say. I mean, he could force
Dex
blast.
save.
He could force blast.
Alright, he has force blast. No, he's got a fucking lightning bolt.
He's
He's
got a
been
lightning
itching to
bolt.
get something
Lightning
out.
bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop it. Alright.
Do a splash attack.
Save. Ooh. Yeah.
Need to do a soul check. And
Yes.
remind me of the modifier for soul check.
It is his spell attack versus the DV of the spell. I got
So
a
it's just a spell attack as a modifier.
indeed. So it is. He has plus
You got
8.
a 3.
It's plus 8.
Oh, plus 8.
Yeah.
You roll a 3,
proficiency.
unless you want to re-roll again. But
No, sadly we already rolled.
okay. That's cool.
11 versus the 15 we needed.
Yeah, I'm just looking at where his souls are.
So you probably use.
2, 3.
He has to use a 1 pot 2 and a pot 1 to do this. So roll me a 1 to 2.
Yeah.
2 is the level 2.
Oh,
Okay,
it's a level 1. Okay.
it's a level 1.
He's like, I don't care about that soul!
And Sir Luckian failed his saving throw.
Okay. Eat lightning. 86.
Lightning! Thunderbolt some lightning, lightning me! Damn!
27. Does he have any way to...
He's got a reroll, yeah.
He can reroll
Like a reroll?
one. Lightning
reroll
spells
one.
ignore
Yeah,
resistance, you can reroll damage dice with 1.
Okay, so I rolled that one dice there.
Again,
So then... it's one more. So 28 points of lightning damage!
Damn. Okay.
Keep concentration on that, buddy.
Well, sad to say, it's not concentration. But he still takes a buttload of lightning damage that kind of burns a bit of his flesh, and this very unpleasant smell of rotting, burned flesh kind of ooze around Luckin, and there's this kind of wince on his face, but then he just bites through the pain. Doesn't bother him much. Okay, next. You too? 21 and 12? Oh. Oh, is that a remnant of you from some other time? Do you have 21?
I don't
right?
see that. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got. He's had 21 all the way at the beginning, but he hasn't.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm just removing the ghostly remnant of you. You see a weird...
That happens if you don't
Yeah.
clear the
Yeah.
Initiative order.
Mhm.
You see like a slightly slower...
A blur.
An
alternative
echo of
timeline.
Nibs.
Yeah.
He looks amazing.
Using her full movement but not dashing, Kala will just straight walk towards Jukos, continuing kind of to like force out these words that clearly take a lot of effort, and continue just saying, "Me, return with me." Jukos, your turn.
He's never faced something like this before, where it's new allies against old allies. And for quite a few moments, he just doesn't know what to do. But in that thing, he thinks a thing of clarity, as he will walk 5 foot forward, and just sort of look towards each of them and just go, "Please, stop. You are not seeing reason. He will not do anything currently, but actually just take the action to dodge in case anything does come the way.
Sure, and I will allow you to, as a bonus action, make me an empathy manipulation.
Fuck. That's horrible.
Crying's a free action. It's okay.
If he could cry, he would be. But sadly, he fucking can't. Oh my god, that's a 20.
I love it. That's a 20. Okay. All right.
He genuinely seems like he is actually about to cry, but he physically cannot.
Gets his water skin out, puts on his cheeks.
Shut the fuck up.
Don't roll with this.
I want to cry.
Yuba is in the back.
She was the reason.
I will make a special roll with Yuba.
It's carbon collected.
You see Yuba kind of hesitate for a moment, and her head kind of like twitch to the side, and you hear this almost like this breaking of vertebrae, and she moves unnaturally, a little bit like like she almost hurt herself, but then quickly that the revenant healing kicks in and kind of rights everything, and her actions, her movements, her eyes kind of hazes over again, and she calmly walks into battle.
It made me cry.
Back to Lyria. She's hasted. She has a sun sword, and she's angry. Cookie, that's you.
I forgot what I'm doing. Okay. So, if she is really and seeing this, she will charge head on.
Okay, meeting Anatoly's kind of charge head on, forcing him to stop.
She'll do like a really cool sort of like a baseball slide and then go slash, slash, slash.
Ooh, at ankles. Okay.
Yeah, she's good for the ankles.
Are you gonna do 3 normal attacks and a shocking grasp?
Yeah. Slash, 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 and then aim for the and then have like a thunder punch in the gut.
Damn. Nice.
Don't forget your blast
Yeah.
on these rolls.
Okay, so
Oh, yeah, plus
I'm
1d4.
hasted, so that's a plus something, right?
No, you just get an additional attack with hasted, and then you get plus to your AV.
Yeah, +2.
Yeah. So. What?
Not 20. Oh no! Them
Okay.
ankles not connected properly.
Remember that
Anatoly's gonna get
she
fucking dead.
has some negatives since you're gonna do your soul attack, your spell attack at the end.
And you also have a D4 from Bless.
Indeed.
So all of them have for -2 base, and then for each extra attack is a -1. So there's 2 extra attacks, so it's a -4 on each of them from the martial arcanist. So the 12 is an 8, that 21 is a 17, and okay, so
But they
that
have
12,
than
that 8 becomes a 12 again. 21 minus 4.
Oh wow! So
Holy
much
shit.
blast.
Hold up a minute.
Okay.
Hold up a
What are you
minute.
doing?
Okay, okay.
Wow!
Okay, fine.
So 4 times 4 times 4. That is a 1 in what?
So
64
that's,
chance.
as a crit hit, the 12 still misses, even it's a +4. The other 2 attacks hit.
no.
Yeah, so it's a critical weapon attack, a normal weapon attack, and then a spell attack that hits.
Anatoly's fucking dead.
That
Well,
guy had ankles.
maybe not anymore. And this is radiant damage also.
I mean, don't they also get extra damage against undead?
Double.
is that not
yeah,
what's
they do.
Oh,
She
shit.
does.
Can you hear
She
me?
does. Now I can hear you.
Okay, so so if my damage is 1d8 plus 7, the crit is 2d8 plus 7?
Wait. Yes.
maximum
Yeah, so it's
damage.
2
It's not 12.
Yes.
It's plus 8.
Yeah.
So it's 1d8 plus 8 plus 7.
Plus 16. Because she has 2d8 against undead. So the crit attack is 2d8 plus 16.
2d8
Plus.
plus 16 plus 7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the first attack.
Oh god. Oh wait.
And all the other ones are 2d8 plus 7.
Yeah.
Wait. First attack is 29 points of damage.
And it's radiant.
Yeah.
Second attack is 18 points of damage.
That's 47.
Shocking grasp is going to be
2d8. Yeah, it increases to 3d8 right at level 9, right? Because of proficiency upgrade?
Yeah.
Cantrips?
Yep.
Yeah, it's 3d8.
So another d8.
nice.
That is 47, 59.
So that's 16 points of damage.
That's
So that's
63
29
points.
plus 18 plus 16 points of damage.
That's 63.
And not counting radiant, of course.
No, that is radiant.
No, all of it is radiant. The sun
Even the shocking
sword.
grasp?
The sun sword
No,
is made
that's
of radiant.
lightning. In the end, the lightning in the end. And you don't have extra, they're not vulnerable to it, but there are other things. It has other effects. Okay, all right. Anatoly looks like he might have shoot more than he wanted. He's like, whoa. Yikes. There's this stop, and Illyria just unleashes a flurry of sunsword hits at his legs, and it just leaves these kind of like, indeed, lightsaber kind of holes into his legs. Where his rotting flesh used to be, and Anatoly kind of like cartoonishly looks down at his legs and up at Illyria, and then takes a bit of more of a defensive stand, and you hear this deep, extremely happy chuckle coming from him.
He's fucking insane.
Next, your turn.
It is indeed. Let's see here. I guess because there's just like a few of them, I guess he's gonna get up closer a few steps here, and he will do a classic Nyx combo of winning
2 guiding bolts.
guiding bolts, indeed.
Yeah, do it.
So one. Well, they're gonna both go to the same one, but so he's gonna like see if they hit indeed. So
Did the one Illyria is targeting?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, well, just group up on him, it's okay.
26 to hit.
Yeah. 16 points
Full
of
check
damage.
is just that you need. It's radiant.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that changes
Well,
anything.
radiant damage has already been done. Damage has been done.
And the next one will be advantage, so 12 to hit.
Ooh, at that point, Anatoly feels like he's taken enough damage, as he's kind of like, for sure bloodied. And in the last second, he kind of twists his torso to the side, and he holds up his short sword, pointing towards Deliria and you, Nyx, and continues to just laugh. He's having a really good time.
I think you broke him, Illyria. I think that's all that Nyx is gonna do for now.
Okay. Solshik, 13, exactly what you needed.
Exactly.
A little bit rattled. Hamartia, you... Yep, you're, paralyzed.
So, what do we do?
You can't do anything. You can't move, speak,
Yeah,
take an
but-
action, or bonus
Yeah,
action.
but Sol gets the situation, I think.
Yeah, and you won't take, it won't be a saving throw either at the end of your turn. There's another duration to this, so don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Instead, what does Solda do? When
Yeah,
you notice that
we,
Hamartia isn't doing anything.
See that Hamartia is not doing so fine right now. So first things first, he will step over here with murderous intent, and a large burst. Oh wait, he doesn't even need to do that.
If Sol moves a lot underneath Hamartia, there's a chance that Hamartia will fall.
I know.
Yeah,
So right now he's going to return fire and use a moonburst, which is sacred flame in 3 meter cones. Here we
yes,
go.
indeed. Sol kind of flies a little bit up, bears his wings towards this undead revenant, then just flashes the glorious iridescent light of the moon, which just creates this moonbeam towards Loken of just radiant damage.
So Loken needs to make a dex save.
Oh god, yeah. For sure. Yep. That's a 12.
But when he
That fails against Sol.
yeah, Sol has a DV of 14
Oh,
currently.
damn. Level up.
I mean, it's big Sol, you know.
It's big Sol.
It's big Sol energy.
He's a big old chunky. Don't call him chunky though; it'd probably kill you.
Yeah. So 2d8 radiant damage.
Yeah, so that's 7 points of radiant damage on the guy.
Oh, damn.
You can.
Okay.
And then Sol is going to slowly hover up 6 meters. As not to drop Hamartia, but to get her to safety.
Okay. I will allow that. Up is better than to the side. Yeah, I will allow that. Okay. So first to Anatoly. The wounds on his legs and the kind of like the torso hit that he took from the radiant bolt from Nyx doesn't regenerate as it should. And he unleashes kind of like this mad kind of thrice attack against Illyria, trying to give back as much as he was given, if possible, against Illyria.
We'll see about that.
There's a few nat
18,
20s.
25, nat 20.
Oh no. That's 2 hits, and that 20 was one of them.
Okay, so the first damage is going to be 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay, so I need to make a concentration check.
Yes, indeed. DV10 is a resolve
Okay.
saving throw.
So that's only point off because I have the protective bond and a resolve save.
Are you within 2 meters? Yes. You get a +3.
Damn, Jipkos.
Nice. 24 on the concentration set.
Alright, you keep haste, and then the second attack. The crit is a 24 points of damage, slashing damage.
12 save.
And there will be another resource saving throw at DB 12, but you still get +3 from Jipkos, right?
Okay.
Yes, it's as long as he's not unconscious.
Yeah.
Oh no! What's the next one?
Oh,
Oh no! Oh no! You're unhasted.
oh god.
Wait, you
and
have
you're-
blessed.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, shit,
yeah.
You
Plus
need to
1
get
4.
a decent roll on this.
You need to get 3 or 4.
Yes!
Okay, so it's actually nearly physically impossible for you to fail a resolve save. Fuck.
Damn. Hashtag bless.
Oh my god.
Illyria kind of dodges the first attack, being like, this is just a normal day in the park for me, like, really, nobody can touch me. And then Anatoly just unleashes this flurry of 2 attacks, just showing this past grandeur of the martial skill that he was taught as a knight. This just shining through, catching Illyria off guard, and the muddy and wet ground is further wetted by Illyria's red blood. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's go back to Lucian. Lucian, also the lightning damage was okay, just singed him a little bit, but then the radiant damage came, and he too does not regenerate. Then suddenly his quarry went up into the air, and he just looks up with this very tired look on his face. And
He doesn't get paid enough for this shit.
yeah, and then instead charges into melee with a dash with Arius suddenly moving faster than what he should. Okay, Arius.
Ruh-roh.
Also, Amartya, you're not paralyzed.
I had my tongue in my throat.
I feel like that was actually Hamartia. Yeah.
That was actually Amathia.
Oh, I thought it was you
However,
for a second.
when the paralysis ends, the kind of like memory of his 2 yellow eyes kind of remain in your head, and you're frightened of him instead.
Who?
Of Sir Lucian.
Yeah.
Oh, Marty is right.
Yeah. Hamartia is frightened of Sir Lucian at the end of the effect. Okay, Arius.
He'll like look to, like he feels like despite what acrobatics Illyria can provide, this isn't exactly turning out so good if I could just keep rushing at them. So, given he quickly does like a mental mathematics, geometry, calculation, and as he
Math
does
moving
that,
before his eyes.
If I carry over
like-
the 3 and
and as he's like stroking his beard, like calculating it, his wrist is gonna start to crack, but with more lightning energy, and says, "I thought you were, I thought you might like another taste." And he will pull out a soul mark as he casts chain lightning.
Oh no.
Arius is not holding back today. Is the
He's yeah.
yeah.
I feel
Stretching
bad
his
for
like
Jesus
all of them are within
Christ.
6 meters of each other, so all of the lightning will bounce to every single one of them. So I have to do this whole check
DV18. You need to roll a 10 or higher.
for
His soul check. It's a 6th level, so 12
Yeah,
plus
yeah.
6, 18.
21.
Ooh. This
Thank God.
time he won't fail. Okay. Is that dex saves? Question mark?
They are dex saves.
Yeah. No. No. Why? Why?
Guys, stop killing my
And
friends.
then evocation. Yeah, okay. Okay, so Lucian, that's a 6. Anatoly, 22. Kala, 17. And Liuba, 15. Area's DV is 16. That means that Anatoly and Kala succeeded, Lucian and Liuba failed. 42 damage. Okay, so
Say lightning some shit.
Jesus Christ, Arius. Lucian takes 42 points of damage. Liuba takes 42 points of damage. And Anatoly and Kala takes 21. Anatoly is definitely past the blooded state. Lucian is just bloodied, and Kala and Liuba has just taken the first points of damage. Crackling energy, a sonic boom, and just this flash of white where everybody has to kind of like shield their eyes and blink a little bit is unleashed from Iria's Soulmark, jumping through the enemies with his evocation sculpt spells. You're saved from the damage as he forces this lightning to only hurt his enemies. Okay. Damn.
Fuck.
Just for your reference, that Arius does have the deceased familiarity trait.
Yeah, right.
So you will have to roll a resolve saving throw.
Is it turn undead?
Before. No. It's
No.
any undead must first succeed a resolve saving throw against Iris's spell DC before targeting him with an attack or spell that deals damage.
Okay. Well, we're not there yet.
I'm giving you your reference because it'll come around before that.
It will come around. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Kala. She took damage. I will still roll, but I will increase the DV and do a disadvantage. No. Upon taking the lightning damage, Jivkos, you see Kala's eyes just glaze over and she just becomes a puppet, a machine underneath the powers that forces her to do these things, and she takes a few steps forward and calls out to you with her raspy, revenant voice to stop. I need you to make me a resource saving throw.
Fuck. That's a natural one.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's pretty accurate.
That's so accurate. He's like holding his maul in his hands and already trembling at what he has to do.
Yeah. And you are paralyzed as this other revenant kind of force of will and determination creeps into your head, grabs your brain, and it keeps you in space. And she will walk forward, and you were powerful in your revenant state. And you wonder that when you regain control, you might have lost some of the madness that granted you quite some strength. And
So when you
yes,
the boss when you fight him and the boss when you get him.
and she's gonna raise her great sword and she's gonna bring it down upon you, and she's gonna
No!
roll with advantage because you're paralyzed. An 18.
And it will crit.
And that is an automatic crit. No matter, I don't need to roll.
It
No,
is.
you just have to
no,
hit.
you
It's
need to
advantage
hit.
but
Yeah.
it will be a
Yeah,
crit if you
I
hit.
thought so. 18 against your armor.
That is my armor class.
Oh no!
Well done. Let's roll some damage.
Oh my god.
Then temporary hit points need to come into clutch.
Indeed.
I can still take reactions though, right?
Yeah.
Paralyzed. I've just read it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jesus
How much
fucking
damage is it?
Christ.
'Cause it's
34 points of slashing damage.
As
She
the great
just
sword,
calmly walks up and just rams your stomach through with a great sword. She's staring into your eyes, unblinking.
It seems to meet some kind of otherworldly force, as I will use the vow of Aegis to gain resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Oh, your flesh denies the steel, and she doesn't get all the way through. It kind of stops halfway, and there's like this jerking motion. It's like she tries to push it all the way, but she can't.
Yeah.
you
And
take
I literally
17
throughout this
points of
entire thing,
damage.
I'm staring directly at her in the paralyzed state.
Yeah, both of you are locking eyes. Yes. For sure.
So how much is that now? 34, right? So 17.
Yeah, 17. She managed to damage you beyond your temp HP, which is yay!
Just but a scratch.
You're paralyzed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just staring. It's all I can do, and my eyes, instead of this hatred or anger at her doing this, all I can feel is pity.
Damn. And there's just this unfeeling hatred just looking back. Okay. Luba's turn. She's gonna walk into Illyria's sideline. She's gonna stare at Illyria. Illyria, make me a resolve saving throw. As she kind of leans back her head to reveal her red eyes that are just constantly hidden underneath her cowl most of the time.
Okay.
Just staring daggers into Lyra's eyes, forcing her to try to remain in place. Cookie, make me a resolve save.
Do I still have the pathway?
Yes, as I'm still conscious.
Also,
So
Yeah,
there's
I
still
guess-
this sort of comforting aura
18.
of protection.
Oh, damn.
It is only unconscious, so yeah.
Despite Zivkos being paralyzed, Illyria gets enough of a boost to resist this, and with a bit of frustration, Luba walks the last step, letting her great sword try to rain down on Illyria's form, but she can only attack once for a 24.
That hits! Damn!
Remember that Illyria can cast her shield.
And power.
What's the point?
Or
Can
parry.
attempt to block the attack if you like do a contested attack or something.
Yeah, a contested attack, but you get a +2 bonus to hit.
I'll do a parry then. Leia will see the attack coming and noticing that she was too distracted to watch, she'll do a quick riposte and try
Okay.
to bend the tip over.
All right, you get +12 then. And you need to beat a 24.
29.
Oh.
Yes! If you then
Parry?
riposte, if you successfully parry an attack using parry ability, you may immediately make an attack of opportunity with the +2 bonus to hit if the target is in range.
Oh, nice. So I attack again.
Yes.
23 to hit.
Yeah.
Shit.
Roll damage.
So much addition. Like,
That's 18 points of radiant damage.
Why is it 2d8?
Because she's
because it's
undead.
undead.
She's
And it's
undead.
the sun
Because
sword.
you're
So-
adding it
Yeah,
on.
it
Okay.
So
gains
she-
a D8. Yeah.
We'll use the tip of the sun sword to just avoid the blade just by a little bit, and then she will do this really quick sort of almost. It was supposed to be a slash, but it almost looked like a flick of her wrist to the throat of the undead.
Damn! As the Liuba walked up to the area, as it had not taken the right damage type, Liuba's the wounds, the charred bits and pieces of her armor and flesh started to knit together. But then, as the greatsword fell upon Illyria, and the parry happened, and the stick and poke of the burning radiant saber that is the sun sword eats away at Liuba. Liuba ends up taking more damage than what she gained. Alright, awesome. That's it. Okay, top of the round, Illyria, back to you.
Yeah, so Leia is bobbing and weaving and giving up her footwork. And she won't use Martial Arcanist this time because she sees that they're well armored and she needs to be more precise, and she will go for 1, 2, 3 on this guy.
Okay. On the
One to
one
three
who's taking
attacks.
most damage, Anatoly, the one who's laughing, or?
Yes,
Yeah.
the laughing one.
Okay, do it.
That's a 15. What's a 15? Yeah, that's a
plus
15.
1d4 because she's still blessed.
I already did the 1d4, so
Oh, yeah. 15 still hits.
that's a 15,
Still hits.
and that's a nat 20.
Oh, with a maximum slash.
Cookie,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
So you're not
Why
doing
can they
martial
hold this on
arcanist.
the mount here? Why do
So you're not doing the
Cookie.
martial arcanist, you're just doing the sun sword here. With
Yes,
your haste
just-
attack.
Why do you
Okay.
hate my revenant friends so much?
Okay, first
She
attack.
likes to revenant me.
And
20
Anatoly
points.
is just slightly too slow to defend the first times, and he just loses the rhythm, and he is just slashed through with the sun sword for the last one. Okay, so 20 damage, and then
20 damage.
oh my god,
He's dead.
yeah, and then
And then
2d8 plus 7.
33 damage.
How does Illyria want to do this?
73.
Oh my god.
chop, 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 chop.
Leah is just going to. First, the first attack will be a very precise cut to the wrist, so they basically pierce the tendons and the sword falls on the ground. And the second one would be a thrust into the chest. She will pull it out, and for the crit, she will just go for the throat again and nearly off its head, as I'm sure that it will regenerate someday.
Yeah, and whilst in the air and landing on the ground, the head continues to laugh, and kinda in his last kind of moments of unconsciousness as he's lying on the ground, kind of like half in the mud, half an eye that is red staring up at your eye, he goes, "You're good." and then the eye just becomes unfocused and the body stops moving.
Illyria just says, I know.
Nice.
Omae wa mou shinderu.
Alright, back to you, Nix.
Nix gives that same expression that he gave to Jivkos earlier in the day to Illyria with a nod, an approving nod. Seeing as Jivkos is obviously like enthralled and probably not doing so well with the attacks that have been seen, as well as attacks on Illyria, he will once again use a bardic inspiration to provide predictive bump to everyone for 10 additional temporary hit points and half movement if you wish, with no opportunity attacks, and Arius will certainly take that.
Yeah, for sure. Run away!
Your boss is not leaving Carla. He is standing straight.
Okay.
It will also be for Sol. Sol can also move.
Yeah, so we'll get a little bit
10.
over here.
So she
Yeah,
can
since
move like
you're
a
not
six-
paralyzed anymore, you are able to hold on to Sol. Yeah.
Yeah, so she's holding for dear life because she's terrified
Yeah.
of this guy right now.
Yeah.
True. Sol isn't, but Sol
Yeah.
can move up to 6 meters, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he can. And since Sol isn't terrified, he can move Amartya closer to Lucian. Because Amartya can't willingly move closer, right? But Sol...
Yeah, Sol has this murderous intent. Right?
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
kill him, and Amartya is like, Die! 21.
Yeah, basically, yes. I'm so happy.
So
Okay.
Amartya is like holding on, like, no! Stop it! So! No! And so it's like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Mm-hmm.
And as an action, he's gonna look at the one confronting Jivkos and step a little bit here for a better line of sight, and it's gonna call out to that one and says, "I just made friends with him." And as his eyes burn, the third eye will open up on his forehead, and with the evil eye, he will attempt
Damn.
to hold person.
Ooh.
This,
Ooh. Oh.
My friend
uh,
now. What's what saving throw?
Health person. It's likely to be a resolve, but hold on. It's resolve saving throw.
Okay.
I don't think it works because they're undead.
Yeah.
What do
Okay.
Hold person doesn't have to worry about undead.
It's humanoid and human.
Yeah, humanoid.
I think that's a
that
creature
is not
type.
human.
Yeah.
Wait, but let me double check another
humanoid
is
thing.
the
figure.
Let me double check another thing.
Yeah. I thought humanoid was a
Um,
type, like a person. And undead's a different one.
That's just the race.
Yeah.
She resists the paralyze.
I haven't said my DC yet.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay, she resists it. Fair enough.
Mhm.
Oh shit! If she resists,
The crazed, unfeeling kind of mask of revenge, anger, and determination on her undead face won't be swayed by your paralyzation.
Okay, I become slightly blurry-eyed and blinded.
What the fuck?
My
The
eye
third
power,
eye opens and the two other eyes close.
my glaucoma.
That's fair. That's fair. Soul mastery because you're Vistani, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay, Hamartia, back to you. You're frightened,
Okay.
but Soul has other ideas.
So whilst Sol is careening towards this guy, Amartya seems to notice that these guys are taking damage, so she will use her bonus action to deploy the butterfly spirit of
Oh.
healing over here, the healing aura.
Okay. 4 meters, right?
Yes. 6 meters.
6 meters.
6 meters.
Do you apologize?
While she's doing this, and she is going to look at this guy, and she's going to say, why are you always going on the weak ones? You coward! You can't manage to go one-on-one versus Jivka, so you go against us, scrawny mages! And she's going to cast Vicious Mockery.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure Jivkos is actually the biggest of any of the Revenants, full stop.
Vicious Mockery on the guy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's a DV16.
Yeah, you want to tell us
composure
something.
thing.
Okay. My guy is immune to psychic.
Okay.
His
That's it.
brain is not fully formed.
His brain
It's
is
not
fully
informed, it's just controlled.
Casting and wailing. So we'll do basically a drive-by. With
He
his
kind of
ability.
looks over to you with this kind of like dead look in his eyes of like, so what? Okay,
And then-
mhm.
And then I say, eat light, bitch! And so we'll use the burst. Use the burst of light, so that's a DV14 deck save.
Okay. 17.
So he made
And he sidesteps the cone of light, still looking at you with this face of so what?
sure. So our soul is driving by, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Will be located 3 meters above Irius here.
Okay.
Bonus action, he will begin to use his Light of the Moon in preparation for an attack. So,
Ah. Yeah. Okay.
so we're basically trying to protect
Iris.
Irius right now. And
You can roll a resolve saving throw at the end of your turn
okay.
against the frightened effect.
6. Oh wait. No, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're frightened, for sure. Still, okay. Good to know. All right, back to dead. Back to you. Well, he's gonna charge after you guys. The big moth is a problem, okay?
Yeah, but it's also above the ground.
How high did you say?
3
3
meters. Yeah.
Shitty defects. Okay, so Irius. Resolve saving throw against the spell DV. So DV 16. $25.
Nice.
There's
So,
this
let's-
slight kind of sickly neon green light that kind of spurts from Irius' soul mark that like attempts to go up and block these attacks, but Luckin seems to be faster than it, and I'm going to take 2 attacks against Irius. As a reaction, Soul might react, right?
Yes, so we'll use this blinding flash. This guy has to make a DV14 composure saving throw or be blinded.
Damn. Composure?
Composure, yes.
23.
Okay, it's fine.
And then against Arius, 11. And crit 20.
Oh my god, why is there like 5 fucking nat 20s?
I don't know.
What's going on?
Okay, give it to me.
Luckin
He's not
also
concentrating or anything, so-
heals. Yes, indeed.
Fuck.
Okay. Oh god. That's 36 points of slashing damage. As
Oh,
this
shit.
Bass's sword just rakes over Iria's kind of chest, piercing through some flesh on both his arms, but it kind of skids across his armor a bit. His chest plate.
The 10 hit points absorb a bunch of that, so
It's true. That's true. Yeah.
he's a sturdy boy as well.
Yeah, he is. Dwarven, close to the ground. Okay, speaking of which, Irias, what do you want to do?
If he gets knocked down, it's easy to get back up again.
It's not too far from you. You are 3 meters up, you say. Well, he can angle it, so he doesn't have to worry about catching Soul. He will, feel the brunt of the attack and stumble a little bit, and instinctively, the Soul Mark once again crackles with lightning and says, "Hungry are you?" And he will cast Thunderwave to knock him back.
Ooh, yeah. Vitality?
It is a vitality save, yes.
As I thought. 26.
Ooh. He's not gonna get pushed, but he will take half the thunder damage.
Yep.
Okay, so
4 points of thunder damage. Lucian kind of forces his Bass's sword into the ground. It kind of halts his process backwards and kind of stands up again, looking menacingly with his brilliant 2 yellow eyes. He's seen this before and he won't fall for it. Okay.
I don't think he has any bonus actions. I can't see any.
No, he's not really a bonus action kind of guy.
I mean, he has healing word from a spell. Since that was the first
True.
level spell,
In
can do a
Frostmark,
bonus action.
You were able to do level 1 with another level spell. Cantrip or level 1, up to level 1.
Right, but is there an order? I mean, because he just did a level 1 spell, and he can do a bonus action spell as well.
Yeah. On top of a leveled spell, you can do up to level 1 instead of just a cantrip.
Provided that first spell is a bonus action. Well,
Yeah. Providing
right, everyone
action
seems
and bonus
okay at the moment, so he's just going to face him down.
action. Okay. A face worse than you. Kala. And Jibkos. Blinded by rage. Kala is gonna do 2 attacks with advantage against Jibkos.
They don't have advantage. He's no longer paralyzed.
He's no longer paralyzed?
Yeah, because he had his paralysis last turn. That's why I did nothing.
Yeah, but
Doesn't it end after a turn?
for the true revenants who are still in the cursed hold, it is until their next turn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so does it end after the end of their turn? Jesus.
Yeah. After
Holy shit.
their next turn, it ends.
So they get 2 turns. Holy fuck. Okay, that's way worse.
That's why
I believe in you.
Why I said that. Whoa! I roll a 1 and a 3.
Oh my god.
That is not enough to pierce your armor.
No.
22.
That is enough.
Okay. Perhaps not truly feeling it. Wait, it's an auto crit, right? For the second
Yes,
one? Fuck.
it is an auto crit.
Don't mind me.
You forget how tanky he is, though.
Yeah, that's true, it's true. But I finally get to deal some damage, okay?
Yeah. Oh shit, she's got sneak attack, doesn't she?
No.
Oh, thank god, okay.
That old side of her doesn't seem to translate when she goes
God.
mindless. Instead, there's just this mindless kind of just anger taking over, and all of the finesse, all of the cunning she used to possess is gone. And she just becomes this vessel. 31 points of slashing damage.
Alright.
The first one kind of slids across the armor, but the second one finds flesh and she takes a chunk of it. Now you're not paralyzed anymore.
Alright.
But you are frightened instead.
So I have disadvantage, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He is still going to, in the face that is so familiar to him, raise up his maul and utter, "I'm sorry," and attempt to bring it down onto her. It is.
You were blessed, plus 24.
Yeah. So disadvantage, but plus that. Not 5, 4. 21 and a 14.
Both of them hit. She's way, way slower than what you remember her to be in life.
And the first one will have a second level smite in it.
Damn. Okay.
Which is...
Blind
Get smoked.
pain has perhaps blinded you as well. To the bonds of friendship
No.
that you once had.
He can see, which is the worst part.
28.
And 12. 40 points of bludgeoning, 15 of which is magical.
Yeah, no, she takes the full 40.
Mm-hmm.
And you spill her equally rotted and coagulated black blood or ichor,
Mm-hmm.
and it stains your weapon. At the end of your turn, you may roll a resolve saving throw.
Okay. It's with disadvantage because she's within eyesight. I'm pretty sure. Frightened, yes. Disadvantage on ability checks. Oh, not only attack rolls. Not
Yeah.
saves. Okay, good.
Yeah. Disadvantage if you can see the revenant. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah. That is a 27.
Damn. Okay, fine. You're not frightened. Okay. That's the end of your turn, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Back to Liuba. Did she take radiant damage last fight?
She got hit by
Yeah, she got hit by the sun sword a bunch, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Okay, she is gonna pierce Illyria again, lifting her cowl. She's gonna stare at Illyria with this look of fear and paralyzation, trying to force her to comply. Make me a resource saving throw. Cookie as Illyria.
Sure. Wait, I'm searching for it.
+3 because still close to Jivkos. 27. Okay, fine.
Yeah, there's a solved.
Okay, I'm going to make only one great sword attack. Critical 20.
What?
What the fuck? That's 6!
I don't know what's going on, guys. All I know what's happening. What?
Oh my god.
Not seeing the threat after just trying to keep herself composed under those very, very terrifying piercing eyes, Illyria gets slashed. Her ruby red blood again paints the ground, and she takes 32 points of slashing damage.
Oh shit! She doesn't look too hot.
Even with the extra 10?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
She's a dodge tank, not a HP tank.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, and when you get nat 20, it's like 5 times.
She
That's why of course
also
he can take it.
needs to do a soul saving throw against 16.
Okay.
Plus 3.
Do I have plus?
Yes. And plus 3.
Kivkos still has over 100 HP.
Fine.
Yeah, she's fine. She's fine. She's fine. Okay, back to you, Illyria.
Ah, it was still me. Shit. Yes.
Sorry. Back to you, quick, Illyria.
Aliyah will go pow, pow, pow. 3 attacks.
Yes, 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 yes. Roll to hit.
First attack.
Hit.
29.
Hit.
20,
Hit.
20 to hit.
Is she doing the martial arcanist?
Nope. They are too beefy.
Okay. Then she can only attack 3 times. 2 plus 1.
Yes. Sure.
So the last one. Okay. So roll for
18
damage.
points of radiant damage.
Yes.
15 points of radiant damage and 17 points of radiant.
Jesus Christ.
Illyria's fucking broken. Like,
All right.
because of
Liuba
radiant.
looks
Yeah.
hurt.
even without this, she still does so much damage.
Mm-mm.
It's
great.
Does Lear want to stay where she's at?
I mean, does she have a choice?
No. I mean, she can still like walk around if she pleases. She's not.
Sure, she'll walk around over here.
But if
She'll
She
do it.
move,
can
you're out of the
also action search for 2 more.
I will
attacks.
say, because you're
You know what? Fuck it, action surge. Let's go.
Okay.
you're also no longer in the aura. Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
let's stay.
Okay, let's stay. Okay.
Action
2 more attacks.
surge.
2 more attacks.
Elias, space. 15
That still hits.
And that one still hits.
and a nat 20.
Jesus, fuck.
That one won't hit.
Bexxy,
No,
what have you done?
actually, the nat one, yeah, is completely great. I always
Okay.
treat nat ones as failures and nat 20s as successes.
They are, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So
Anyway, here's the nat 20.
Yes.
28 points of radiant damage.
she's very damaged, but she still stands. There is like this panting that finally comes out of Liuba's body, and there's this look towards Kala and Lucian, but she will stand by their side until the end. Back to you, Nix.
Yeah, seeing Illyria take some hefty dying damage. He is blind until the end of their next turn, which has already happened, right? Because that's what happened to Jivkos, so he's no longer blind.
Yeah. Yes.
Cool. His glaucoma clears up, and he. Yeah, he will cast. Wait, how's Jivkos look?
He's fine.
Pretty down.
I have over
the
100
last is
HP
fine.
still.
Okay, so yeah, he will twin
Mm-hmm.
a 2nd level healing word
Oh.
at Illyria.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. You didn't change your healing spells, right? Like with the D&D.
No.
So 2D. No, it's 4D4. Hold on, healing word. How's that work again?
I think it's plus your spellcasting ability, but not your proficiency mod.
So is it, yeah,
Pretty
yeah,
sure.
ability modifiers. So it's
Yeah.
twice a plus 10. Okay, so 21 points of healing.
Dang.
And that soul is gonna go.
Yay!
Sad. In
Well, I
this
forget, what-
moment of just high octane and just trying to keep Illyria up, you
Wait,
don't
I
care.
need to inspiration that. I mean, I need my souls. There haven't been that many souls.
Okay,
so
I'm gonna
I
do
will
it.
inspiration my soul
Okay.
check. That's 20. It's cute.
Oh my
It's
god.
cute.
Okay,
Oh my
okay,
god.
alright,
That's
alright,
8.
alright.
No.
I
Okay.
need the soul.
The mic drop saved you. Okay.
What the fuck is going on with Roll20?
I don't know.
This is the most Roll20s I've ever seen in a session.
Okay, that's it from Nyx. Say where yes at. Say where is that?
And
You can still cast a level 1 spell or a cantrip. Because healing word
Or-
is bonus action.
but that's true. He can't do. Okay, cantrip. He will cantrip with Sacred Flame.
At
On this one here next to Jiv, because
On Kala.
on Kala because actually no, like I think that's more of like a personal thing. He'll do the big guy over here. So
Okay.
Sacred Flame on
Dex
the
save.
guy here because there's no one else doesn't have radiant over there.
That's a 10. That's a fail.
6 points radiant damage.
Doesn't that
plus
turn into
radiant damage.
3d8 at level 9?
Okay. Oh right. Right. So plus radiant. Do you want me to add anything else to that?
Well, does the cantrip damage increase at level 9, or am I crazy?
I can't remember.
I'll look it up 1 second. No, it's at
No.
Oh, it's
11.
11. Yeah.
11. Okay.
Okay.
It's
That
every,
is right. That is right. Okay. That is 6 damage. Okay, but he won't reanimate next turn.
Yeah.
I see. Alright.
See, and I'll take a couple of steps. Well, I'll take some
Yeah.
steps.
Get you. Myrtia, back to you. You're still scared. This doggedly determined undead creature that just won't die is terrifying. But you gotta win. So, what does Myrtia do? Cookie?
Yes,
Microphone?
I said.
Oh,
Yes. I said it's only after the resolve save. Is it at the start of turn or the end of turn?
The frightened save is at the end of your turn.
Mattia will look and see that damage is being done to the party, and so we'll get over here on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to calculate something.
So he will slightly move to the side and then down. So
Yes,
3
and he's-
meters and then 2 meters, right? So 5 meters of
Yeah.
movement.
Yes, and she will try to do something she hasn't done yet.
Ooh.
She is going to try and imitate the wailing that she heard from the elemental spirit. And as she tries to connect with this primal pain, she feels this pain herself. She starts to moan, and you almost hear like this coming from her as this vast golden wind that you always see with the golden butterfly and the healing word start to encompass her more and more and more. And then in this sort of climax of pain, this primal shriek, almost like it sounds half like an animal shrieking in pain and half like a tornado, burst, and this wave of radiant wind will just explode out of her as she uses destructive wave for the first time.
Oh.
So that's a 6-meter radius.
Okay. Is it your choice of who gets affected?
Yes, it's my choice. So the wave will pass like a tsunami of golden energy, of this golden wind, on almost everywhere. But little currents, little pockets of air will seem to pass by Amathia's allies. So within each creature you choose within 6 meters of yourself must succeed on a vitality saving throw or take 5d6 thunder damage as well as 5d6 radiant or necrotic, radiant, my choice,
Yes.
and be knocked prone. The creature that succeeds on the saving throw takes half as much damage and isn't knocked prone.
Damn. Okay, vitality you said.
Yes.
Okay, we begin with Sorlokian. 21.
Okay.
We go for Kala. 22.
Damn.
And then Sir Liuba up there. 11!
Okay, so he's knocked prone and the two others are not, and they both they take 22 points of thunder damage, halved, and 21 points of radiant damage, halved.
Okay, so Liuba takes full damage, so that's 43 points of damage, and she is knocked prone. Okay, and then 11 plus 10, so minus 21 on the others. How do you want to scatter the remains of Liuba?
Oh shit. So the wave is so violent that it basically the wind itself and the debris rips apart the body into little tiny shreds.
Yeah, and it's just scattered into weird, like, fleshy bits on the ground, and parts of a greatsword and armor, and it's just a heap of rotting flesh on the ground, and there's just like the sigh of release coming from her.
I need to do a soul check.
Yes, you do.
Nat 20.
Nice.
What the fuck is going
Yay! Well, I would just attack twice on areas. First having to do a composure saving throw.
With just 1 minute at the end of the turn, soul rises up 6 meters.
Okay, fine.
Okay, now you're.
Wouldn't Carla get an opportunity attack then?
Nope.
Ah, nice.
Why wouldn't she get an opportunity to attack against Soul?
Because Soul has the flyby.
Oh fuck! Yes, I did that. Yes.
Yes, you did. She just don't.
Oopsie doopsie.
Yeah. Actually, as a big soul is not about how tiny he is and how dexterous he is. When Kala goes to strike against Soul, when he flies up, he just simmers and glimmers out of reality as the great sword kind of just sweeps through air, and then Soul comes back
so
and moves
cool.
up. I rolled a 12 on the attack against Arius.
Okay, well then, I think it fails.
But if the undead creature becomes immune to this ability for 24 hours if it succeeds the saving throw.
So it doesn't have to worry about it this time. So
Yes. Because he already succeeded.
he already saved.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So 2 bastard sword attacks against Arius, 19 and 14.
His AV is 17.
So one of them bounces off the armor, and instead just deals 11 points of slashing damage against Arius. Like, just doggedly pursuing Arius here. Just this undead, fixated obsession on his target. Arius.
Okay,
This
so he's
is the
used-
last round before we're going to pause for tonight.
Okay. He's feeling okay, but I think like. Okay, so the Sacred Flame hit this guy. I mean, he's been regenerating a little bit. Just he's bloodied, I guess, at some point. So
He didn't regenerate because of your Sacred Flame impacted him this turn.
Okay, he will use his bonus action, Shocking Grasp.
Hey. Yes, indeed. Dex save or attack?
It's an attack.
All right. Do your worst.
So it's a 25 to hit.
That's pretty good. That's pretty worst.
2d8 lightning, and his reactions are.
Yes, indeed.
13 points of that, and as he sort of waddles backwards, no, he's not gonna waddle. He's not gonna waddle at all. He's gonna like maintain eye contact and just like step backwards. And as he like steps back to like about here, he pulls out his finger guns. He's taking from Nix, I guess, and he's gonna Eldritch Blast.
Is a Shocking Grasp a
Force Blast.
cantrip?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
Grasp is a drone.
Yeah, it's a full action, right? So it's not a bonus action. So we can Shocking Grasp and
Shocking Grasp. Oh, it is an action. My
Yeah.
bad.
no worries. He's still finger guns away.
Does he have metal armor on?
Yeah. No, wait. Lucian does not have metal armor. That's leather. Kala, Anatoly,
okay.
and Liuba has metal though. Okay.
Okay. I'm just gonna go back then.
Yeah.
Shocking Grasp. Yes, she's not. Yeah, indeed. Okay. Cool. Come at me, bruh.
Kala is going to continue unleashing upon Jukos the same kind of madness over her eyes. She doesn't seem to be that smart. She's able to change targets. She just becomes this unnatural obsession where they just have to destroy what's in front of them. But this time you're not paralyzed. I won't be rolling with advantage. Instead,
God.
she's gonna let her greatsword fall twice upon you with a 21 and a 14 to hit.
The 21 hits.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. The second attack, you manage to bring up your own weapon to kind of block out of the way, but the first one still bites through your undead flesh for 16 points of slashing damage.
Right.
Jukos. You're back to your senses. Kala is just this madness in her eyes, and she's just unleashing. She doesn't talk to you anymore. There's just sometimes this groan just coming out of her mouth, and just sounds of exertion.
The sheer sort of sight before him, beyond anything he could have ever sort of pictured happening, as Tyr's attempt to coalesce in long dried up tear ducts, black goo instead begins to seep out of the sides of his eyes, as he will go in for more attacks against his sister.
Roll the last attacks for tonight.
A 14 and a 30.
Well, again, you're a little bit disappointed in how slow she reacts now, and both of them hit.
And the first one will be
Doesn't
with
seem
a
to
first
care
level.
much about her own personal safety, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. She's not in her own mind.
Yes, indeed.
That is the first with a smite, and the second for 37 points of bludgeoning.
Alright, Kala is looking hurt.
As he, as tentatively as one can while still attacking, brings down his maul.
Yeah, he of course tries to keep his blows, but he knows how dangerous they can be. You were. And staring down your childhood friend, shedding tears you're unable to shed. There's just this excruciating emotional pain of hurting somebody you love, yet you have to. But how this fight goes, we will find out again next time on Curse of Mother Misery. And we shall end tonight's episode.
Oh my god, what an episode. What a fight.
Yes, indeed.
I'm gonna cry.
I did my job.